How you doing? Hi, everybody. Good morning. It's Bruce here with Stock Markets with Bruce. Monday, August the 23rd, 2021. Welcome all to another fun week of stock market action. Your buddy Uncle Bruce here. I'm going to try to cover the markets in plain English as best I can, and see how this market works for us. See if any of you folks out there can make some money this week. We'll find out soon enough. Welcome welcome all. Hope you had a great weekend and you're taking care of yourselves. You're staying healthy as best you can and keeping away from that dreaded COVID variant that is just tearing up all kinds of places. Unbelievable. Here in Creston, British Columbia, all is well here. Gorgeous clear skies. We've had a lot of rain off and on, shower activity, real system movement of weather systems. Oh man, we got air movement right here. So the so-called forest fire haze and all that's all gone. It's all been blown off, thankfully, and the fires are being tampered down, it would seem. I'm hoping that this will continue this week as rain continues to pop up throughout the interior of British Columbia. We're hoping for a lot more. So I'm hoping also that our friends in Washington State and Idaho, California, I hope you guys are getting some rain where you really need rain badly, because it's been a dry spring and summer so far. The markets positive all morning. They've been holding up fairly well and fairly steadily all morning long. The Dow right now is up 159 points on the pre-market. We've got the S&P up 15, and we have Nasdaq up 45 right now. So very good markets there. Crude oil is up $2 a barrel. Kind of been holding all day as well at 64. I think what we have here is maybe a dead cat bounce on oil. The hopers and dreamers and schemers are still thinking $80 a barrel is a possibility. I say fat chance of that. We're 64.05 on oil right now. We should be at 45 a barrel. We're drowning in it. Some analysts will have you believe that there's a shortage. There's all kinds of delivery issues. It's all bunk. It's all garbage. There is no supply problem in oil. Oil is everywhere and it is backed up everywhere. I just don't buy that oil's going to $80 a barrel. I just don't. Summer's almost over. We're coming up to Labor Day, and that's the last gasp for summer. And so the summer driving season that was supposed to take oil to $80-90 a barrel never materialized. There were people driving this summer, sure, yeah, of course, but the COVID variant, Delta virus, ensured that there would not be a widespread back to nature and back to the highways kind of mentality. Airfares are dropping, air reservations are falling, hotel reservations are falling, and now the big question is on a lot of people's mind: what about school? Are the kids going back to school? If so, are they wearing masks? If so, should they be vaccinated before they're allowed in? There's just all kinds of talk. And of course, there's a lot of pressure on the CDC to approve the virus for children 12 and under. There's just so much uncertainty. It's unbelievable. And what can I say? We're just following the story as best we can with what we have. Happy to say that in the pre-market, some of our stocks are up today. I'm very happy about that. I'm noticing that 23andMe right now, 907, 24,000 traded. Nothing great, but we'll take 24,000 traded. 907 up 36 cents on 23andMe this morning. I like that. I've got SoFi showing 14.39 up 35 cents. I'm reading more and more articles on SoFi now that it is a stock worth acquiring at these levels for sure. Like a lot of analysts and analyst wannabes and bloggers and vloggers and whatever you want to call us. A lot more people are recommending the shares of SoFi as a definite stock to get your hands on at these prices. So I'm glad to see that, of course. Matterport I'm not sure much is going on in Matterport. Is it doing much? Um, it looks like it's up a little bit as well, 1424. So the race is on between the two of them, SoFi and Matterport, to see who's going to go higher faster. Anyway, that's what I'm showing there. Happy to see that, of course. GameStop this morning was holding 160, 161 now, 161 up $1.70. Those of you out there who are option writers on GameStop and other stocks, you may want to give GameStop sort of a 20, 30-minute lead time to see how it wants to react in the opening. It would be great if GameStop ran into that 163 to 165 range or better. You could then look at maybe 170s or 75s or 180s for this Friday to think about writing. We'll see how this goes out. Minute by minute, second by second, stock by stock. We've got to watch them all. Yeah, so we're looking okay. A little, definitely an up morning, a positive morning, not a sell-off morning, nothing like that. I was noticing, I was taking a few notes here today on a couple of stocks, and I thought I would mention a couple of things. Let me just double check a couple things. I was amazed. I've been amazed all morning about Robinhood all morning long. I've been noticing Robinhood is being mentioned by all kinds of brokerage firms. Like all of a sudden they want to, like these analysts are coming up like a coordinated, heavily coordinated recommendation day or something. Like I'm really surprised. I've noticed that Deutsche Bank came out with a hold rating on Robinhood at 45. I noticed that Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan came out with an underweight rating at 35. That's the most conservative guesstimate of where Robinhood shares should be, $35 a share from JP Morgan. And then I noticed there was an overweight rating given by KeyBank Capital. I don't even know who these guys are. That's how out of touch I am with these guys. KeyBank, a $55 target, and the big one was Mitsu, M-I-Z-U-H-O or M-I-Z-U-H-O. Mitsu buy rating, $68 target for Robinhood. I want to know what these guys have for breakfast. I want to know what's in their cereals. Where do these guys come up with this kind of pricing for this company? I don't understand. $68 a share. It was underwritten at $38 a share a month and a bit ago, and there are actually houses telling investors buy it. It's going to 68. This company loses money. This company makes most of its money on Bitcoin trading, which is Dogecoin actually, which is the worst of the worst. 25 million accounts. I bet you only 5 million make them any money. 20 million cost them money. I'm stumped. I'm throwing my hands up in the air, going, really? You guys are recommending this stuff to your investors? It tells me there's too much money in the market because it's in irresponsible hands. There are analysts out there clearly, in my humble opinion, they either do not know what they're doing, but I think they're not that stupid. I think they know exactly what they're doing. And I believe what they are exactly up to is they're recommending the stock because they're getting business from the company. I think that they have a conflict of interest. They have a conflict of interest through their brokerage firms, through their banking divisions, and they're promoting the stock to get more business from the company. Whether they were co-underwriters on the deal, they got a whole bunch of investors in the stock that they put into at 38 a share. I tell you, I just look at this and go, there is no dang way this company would ever have qualified to go public. Robinhood would never have qualified to become a publicly traded company back in the 80s and the 90s. Back in the day when I was a broker, this company would never have been approved by any securities commission anywhere to go public because of their shaky finances and their total lack of senior partner experience in the markets. I mean, these guys are smart and all with regard to running apps and all that. Sure, yeah, they're great. But when it comes to being in the business, they're woefully inadequate. And I just am amazed that I'm not even amazed anymore. I'm now resigned to having to understand that the SEC, regulators, the exchanges are they look the other way. They now look the other way, and we've seen enough shenanigans going on in how stocks are treated and traded and manipulated on the markets with no sanctions, no penalties, no investigations, no nothing. And now we see, I see this 1.5 month old publicly traded company that is a basket case when it comes to regulatory issues. They have got nightmares up to here, lawsuits up to here. I can't understand how these brokerage firms would even allow their names to be associated with these guys, their reputations to be associated with these guys. I am just blown away at how it doesn't matter anymore. It's kind of like so like that's their attitude. Like, you don't like it, so we're the investment community. We call the shots, and we like who we like, and we tell the world who we like, and that's the end of it. And what are you going to do about it? And I guess it's the shareholders. If the shareholders don't get out and run away, then the stock will go higher. I guess. Man, I tell you, I remember the day where just a whiff, a hint, a subtle sign of any kind of controversy would crater a market. It would crater anything. It would crater a presidential candidate, a senatorial candidate, a mayoral candidate, a publicly traded company. It would crater a Hollywood actor's career. It would crater a company's product. They'd be boycotted instantly. If there was a hint of a boycott of a company because they were doing this, their sales would drop off 15%. I mean, there would be just heads would roll. Today, do whatever you want, say whatever you want, do it any way you want. No one gives a crap. What can I say? I don't know. I thought I knew. Well, maybe I used to know. Maybe that's what it is. I probably used to know, but I don't know anymore. And it has just gone absolutely insane out there. Just absolutely stupid. And maybe it's because I'm old. Maybe that's me. Maybe it's an old man problem. It's the old man problem. The old man doesn't understand the new world. Because I don't think I've changed. I think I'm the same guy I was. And maybe that's my problem. That morals, reputation, your word used to mean something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just, oh boy. Other stuff to talk to you about, just to kind of give you general information. Bitcoin is over $50,000 again right now. JMP Securities, by the way, JMP Securities, Robinhood Markets, $58 price target from JMP. That is the fifth stock firm to make a recommendation on Robinhood this morning. Coordinated? Do you think something's going on? Do you think there's a synchronized ballet going on between all of these brokerage firms, or is it a complete and utter coincidence that at least 5 brokerage houses within 1 hour of each other are making recommendations on Robinhood stock? Is it just me, or is it a complete? Am I missing? I'm missing something. Obviously, I just don't understand the new normal. I guess that's it. Anyway, I'll keep you posted on Robinhood updates, because they're just coming out like every 15 minutes. There's another recommendation on the stock. Like, it's magical. It's amazing how many. It's amazing how many analysts all weekend long were studying Robinhood at the same time, to come out within an hour of each other Monday morning with buy recommendations or overweight ratings or hold ratings. Or wow, this is truly the new world. Bitcoin is over $50,000 a coin right now. First time since early May. Take it or leave it. U.S. deaths for COVID are now over 1,000 a day. First time since May. Whether that's real or fake or whatever, but 1,000 body bags needed a day now, and coffins, 1,000 coffins a day. Fifth Wall acquisition. The meeting is today to become a Smart Rent. Fifth Wall. That's the last SPAC that I have on my list of SPACs that I've recommended, that I've indicated that I like. This is the last one to become its own publicly traded company. Way to go, Fifth Wall. It's a little earlier than I thought it would be, but I'm happy. I'm happy. Happy it's happening. Rocket Lab, VACQ is now Rocket Lab. That should be changing a symbol. I think it's tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, but that's coming up real soon. So VACQ will change into RKLB shortly. Other news, Virgin Orbit is going to take over a SPAC called Next Gen Acquisitions Corp. And I guess the deal is there's about 300 million or so, 320 million in trust that the SPAC raised already. And they're going to do $100 million pipe financing along with it, so that Virgin Orbit will have 420 million of working capital available to it. This deal should be done by the end of the year, they're saying, 3 to 4 months from now. So we're talking December. I am not recommending this SPAC at all. I am not jumping on board this SPAC. You might ask, why is that, Bruce? Why aren't you asking? Well, the reason I'm not interested is because, first of all, I'm worried that the SEC will pull a fast one and change the rules again for SPACs, because can't trust them. And number two, only $100 million of pipe financing. That bothers me. That's too light. This is a Richard Branson-backed deal. This has name recognition. These guys launch satellites from the bellies of 747s. They fly them up to 35,000 feet, drop the thing, and hit the rocket, and poof. So it works. They're apparently busy. They're apparently going to make lots of money or do lots of business, I guess. But you can only attract $100 million of financing from Wall Street. And the SPAC has 320 million in it. And Richard Branson is backing it up. That's not enough for me. I need to see 500 million. I want to see 500 million SPAC financing or pipe financing on this thing. I want this SPAC to have $820 million or more going public, because otherwise, not working for me. Just not working for me. That's just my hunch on this. So I would avoid this thing. I would not. Because between now and the end of the year, anyone who doesn't want to do the deal can get out of the deal by just notifying the company, I'll just take my $10 back. Thank you very much. I'm not going to vote for the deal. I want my money out. And it's possible that a third of the shares could just be, tendered back to the company at $10 a share if the SPAC doesn't take off, and it doesn't seem to be doing that. So to me, if you don't raise 500 million in additional financing on a pipe financing, that's the street is telling me, by not getting into the deal, that they're not that excited about the deal. And so all of a sudden, SPACs have now evolved in the last 3-4 months with the help of the SEC mucking it all up. It's now come to the point where investors are being given the big, here's the poker hand. Look at my hand. I get to see the hand of the players. And I'm looking at this going, if you can't attract a dollar for dollar money from institutional investors, 320 million to match the 320 million you raised already, the investment community is yelling at me, avoid this deal. Institutional investors are going, no thanks, we're not interested. There are thousands of hedge funds and other funds out there. There are hundreds, maybe thousands, but hundreds for certain, like 500, 800 pension funds out there. Pension funds that have $1 billion to 50 billion each. There are trillions with a T, trillions of dollars looking to go into deals, and only 100 million was found to go into this one. That's not good. This old man is going, whoa, no way. I'm not interested in this deal. I'd rather just stick to the ones I'm following. Thank you very much. I don't want to add another one to my mix right now. Not good enough. You got to show me more than that. That's where I'm coming from. Again, I'm just an old guy in Creston that's totally out of touch with reality, probably months away from finding a wheelchair and a towel to drool in, sitting in the corner somewhere. That's probably me. I'm totally out of the game. And, you're probably better off just you know, buying Robinhood and running it to $68 a share. Because if the brokerage community, all five houses in an hour, all come out with buy recommendations or targets and rankings all at the same time in the same day, well, that's the new normal. That's it's certainly not a coordinated attack or a coordinated promotion campaign, or certainly nothing that Robinhood would have paid for, would it? Robinhood wouldn't have, you know, paid these guys to do these recommendations, would they? No, no, that would be illegal. That would be blatant manipulation of the markets. You can't do that. No, that's not what. Bruce, you're not getting it. You're just not paying attention to the real world today. You've got to get with the times, Bruce. Wake up. It's 2021, where ethics and morals are at the highest standards of all time. There are no shysters out there. All of those guys have been taken care of. They're all gone now. And there's nothing but super honest, above board people and top notch regulators in charge of all of these areas to protect the average consumer and average investor. So Bruce, you've got to learn that the average investor today has more protection now than they've ever had in their lifetime. Because look at Congress. They're holding meetings, they're holding hearings whenever there are shenanigans going on. Like, for example, when a bunch of retail investors, millions of them, try to buy stock of a company that is making serious waves and catching institutions with their hands in the cookie jars. This is when Congress has stepped into action to protect the average investor from shenanigans. Because God forbid, if any retail investor ever made money in the market, then it's crooked. It's cooked. The books are cooked. So it's time for Congress to, slap those retail investors back into their little caves, and you go back to where you came from. And if you have any questions about how the market works, all you have to do is hit the frequently asked questions section of your brokerage firm's app. Everything you need to know is in the app. What are you doing calling the 800 number for help for? How dare you do that? And talking or listening to individuals who used to be stockbrokers for what their take on, man, you are like out there. Like, you are radical, man. You're like from the 70s, man. You are like, whoa, there. We got to control you people. We got to get you in. Yeah. Do I sound a little, frustrated today? I don't know. Maybe it's me. It's got to be me. What can I say? Boy, oh boy. I guess I feel sorry. You know who I feel sorry for? I feel sorry for all the men and women who are involved in the bond and treasury business. People who make their money predicting what interest rates are going to do, all the Fed watchers, the Federal Reserve watchers. I really feel sorry for them this week. I really do. It's a sad, sad story, because it's heartbreaking, because their annual pilgrimage to Jackson Hole, Wyoming has been canceled this year, and it's going to be held virtually instead. And so the little get together in Jackson Hole of these hard-working $50,000 a year analysts and prognosticators. So these poor people are just not going to be able to go to Jackson Hole, Wyoming this year, spend $1,000 a night on their hotel rooms with their $200 a day per diem expense account. I really feel for these folks. I mean, because they were going to tell us, they were going to indicate to us what interest rates are going to do in the next year, because without going to Jackson Hole, they can't do their jobs. You see, they really can't sit in front of their computers and do Zoom meetings and telephone calls between each other. It has to be in person, and it can't be in New York, where all these folks trade, where they all live. No. We got to get on airplanes. We got to fly to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. with our wives and or our what's the word I'm looking for? Our dear friends to hang out for a few days and work out the frustrations and figure out where we're at here. Because in Jackson Hole, Wyoming is known as an international hangout place for all the interest rate types in the world. That's exactly what it's there for. Those of us who work for a living, you need not come. Don't come here. No. You guys stay home, and you keep working, doing your jobs. We'll take care of this. We'll get together in Jackson Hole, and we'll figure out what the Fed's going to do. We'll even invite the Fed out. We'll invite the Fed officials to come out, and we'll have a couple conferences, and we'll have a couple speeches, and then all the media guys, CNBCs and the Bloombergs and the business reporters, they'll all come out, cover all these people to get the scoop. And what's the scoop? There is no scoop. Interest rates aren't going up. That's the end of the story. There you go. No need to have Jackson Hole. Why won't interest rates go up? Oh, well, gee, maybe it's because people aren't borrowing enough money. There's more money available to borrow than people need. So rates can't go up, because if you don't need as much money or more money than you're willing to lend, then the price of the money goes down. It's like a law of supply and demand. If you don't need as much money, you don't have as much pressure on the reserve banks to produce as much money. And so there's more money available than is needed, and down goes the cost of money. It's kind of, this is from the 50s and the 60s though. Like, again, I'm old school. Like I'm so out of it. You don't listen to a guy like me, because what the hell do I know? I only remember, in the 70s when you needed a car loan, you went to your banker. You went to a loans officer in person. Remember that? You don't remember this. You kids weren't around there. You weren't born yet. You guys got to get a DeLorean with a flux capacitor, because you have to understand what it used to be like when you used to get a car loan. You made an appointment to see in person a loans officer for about an hour and talk to them about what you're doing and how it's going and what the prospects are for your career. And have you had a raise lately, and are you going to get a promotion, and how's your company doing? And they want to get to know you, and they want to kind of understand your situation. And where did you graduate from? Oh, you were a professor so and so. Oh, yeah. And what do you need the money? What do you need? Why are you here? Oh, I need to borrow money for a car. Oh, what are you going to get? Oh, I'm thinking about getting a new Toyota Corolla, a Pontiac Sunfire, a Chevy Monza. I want to get a Servan Vega. I want to get, what were we borrowing money for in the 80s? What kind of cars did we want in the 80s? Crap, garbage. We wanted $5,000, $8,000, $7,500, a nice car, $9,000. Nice. But $3,000, $5,000. That's all we wanted. $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. We just wanted to borrow $4,000 or $5,000 over 3 years. I can pay you. The lender. I say to the bank, I can pay you $200 a month towards a loan. That's $2,400 a year. Give me $4,800. That's 2 years of payments plus, say, let's add another 6 months of interest to that. I'll pay you 16% interest. Let me borrow money for a car. And the loans officers many a time would say, no, you're too risky. You don't own a house. Well, I'm in an apartment. Yeah, see, that just shows that you're an irresponsible individual, and you don't show the bank that you're worthy of borrowing any money, because you're just an apartment dweller. You could get up and leave at any time. Well, yeah, if rents go down, I can go to a lower priced apartment. No, that's not what we mean. See, if you're a homeowner, you're committed to the property, and that you're committed to an asset. Here, you just want to get a car, which means you could leave town tomorrow. I mean, why would I give you the keys to a new car? I mean, you're a flaky little guy. Well, wait a minute. Now, I've been with this company for 3 years, and I started off in this division, and I'm now up to here, and I'm doing this. And they go, yeah, but you see, you're not the president of the company yet. You're not even a VP. I mean, after 3 years, how come you're not even hired? Who are you to tell me how I'm doing at my company? You don't even know what it is I do, because all you do is approve and deny loans. You have no idea what the real world is like on the outside. Many a time, good quality people were denied loans to get cars because interest rates were 16, 18% in those days. There wasn't enough money to go around. And the manager of the loans officer would have weekly meetings with their loans officers to say, we want you to write high quality loans only. We don't want you to bring in anything mediocre. And so these people had it already preordained. The minute you walked in, you were denied. You were already not going to get a loan. And you could get a loan if you could get your mother and father to sign for it. If you were 30 years old and you were shaky, you can bring your parents in and pledge their house as an asset for you to get a car. Yeah, those are the days. If you were a woman and you were unmarried, you didn't get it. You didn't get a loan. There was no such thing as a loan for a single woman. There's no such. You were married, you had to get your husband to co-sign the loan. And even then, young married couples, you needed your parents to back you up. Those are the days. This was then. This is now. Today, it's all done on this. Just click, 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 and prove to us that you have a gig. Have you been working 6 months? You're approved. Why? Because interest rates are nothing. They're less than inflation, really. Unless you're a complete basket case of a lender, interest rates are nothing. And to borrow money, I mean, banks are begging people to come in. I mean, here in Canada, if you open up an account with certain banks in this country, for example, I think it was Bank of Montreal and I think Bank of Nova Scotia, you go into one of these banks, because we still have branches up here, you open up a new account, even online, and you sign up for like automatic deposit from your employer to your bank, and you make a bill payment for, say, you make a bill payment to your telephone company or your cable for your internet online through that system. They will give you $400 in cash. They will give you $400. All you have to do is open this up, use it for like 60 days, and then they will deposit into your account $400. They're giving away money like they used to give away toaster ovens back in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. You used to be able to go to your local bank in your small town USA, and you'd open up a checking account and a savings account, and you could get a fishing pole, or you could get an AM FM cassette radio player, like a boombox. You could get a slow cooker, a toaster oven, a mixer, any kind of appliance for the house. Here in Canada, when we first moved here, Jennifer and I, to Creston, we wanted to get our what we used to call cable for television and the internet, for the house. And we had a couple of choices with whom to use. And the folks here tell us, they said to us, if you sign a 2-year deal, we'll give you a package deal for everything. That's internet and your TV package, and we'll give you the movie package. And we'll give you a television. We'll give you a 55-inch TV. Here you go. Here's a 55-inch television 10 years ago was $3,000. Now, 5 years ago, a 55-inch television was $600. Today, a 55-inch television in Canada is $299. I mean, they're giving them away. Unbelievable. Of course, helps that you make so many millions of them a month. How many deals can you get doing business with people? If you offer to do business with people, what are they offering you? What kind of freebies are you being offered now to do business with anybody? It's incredible. Credit cards have been offering points forever. Well, how many credit cards are offering you flyers in the mail now where you can get up to $500 or $1,000 of airline points, where you could use that for a vacation someday? We hope. How many of you are signing up deals or being offered deals to sign up for literally interest-free money for a year if you transfer your balance from another credit card to your credit card? How many of you? Who hasn't been getting this? This is the new normal. This is the way it is today. The money is so out there. There's so much of it available that the public can't use it all. That's really what it is. We're trying to sell our house right now here in Creston, British Columbia. We're trying to sell our house. We are finding that people are driving by the house. Jennifer will be sitting near the dining window and she'll kind of look out the street and she'll see the slow drive-bys. That's a sign. They're on their phones and they find listings, and it says, "Oh, there's a listing just over here." And they come up the road and they see us. They see the house and they see the sign. Oh, there's the picture. There's the house, and they do the slow drive-by. People who are driving by our house are not worried about getting a mortgage to buy this house. That's not the big issue anymore. It used to be the big thing that you'd find a house you'd like, or you'd hope you find a house you like. You find a house in your price range. What you were worried about was whether the bank would approve you or not. Today, the issue is not whether I can get the mortgage loan. Is what's the price of the house? Will the owner sell the house for the listing price, or do I have to pay more than listing because there's a demand for housing even here? We'll see how that goes. We've had a couple of people come through now, and we were just informed we're getting another offer on the house. So we'll see what's going on. We're very patient. We'll see what happens. In any event, people are not worried about whether they can get a mortgage. It's how much can they get? How much can they borrow? That's what they want to know. And are homeowners terrified of a 0.5% increase in the price of a mortgage? If they are, they shouldn't be in the housing business. They shouldn't even be looking for a house. I think in Canada, in order to get a mortgage, say you wanted to get a $300,000 mortgage, it might run you about $1,400 a month in current rates to pay for a $300,000 mortgage. But the Bank of Canada, through CMHC, which is Canadian Mortgage and Housing Association, this is kind of an insurance thing. In order for you to qualify for a mortgage in Canada where you have less than 20% down, you have to qualify for something like close to a 5% interest rate. The Bank of Canada insists, and the CMHC people insist, that in order to protect the housing market in Canada from a bubble, we want to make sure that anyone who applies for a mortgage, even a $300,000 mortgage, can handle over 5% interest rates on that mortgage, even though right now you can get a mortgage in Canada for 1.5% to 2.5% all over the place. Not a problem. You got to be able to handle double the interest rate. You have to prove your financials your financing and your cash flows and your earnings have to be able to handle a double interest rate bump in order to qualify for an insured mortgage. That's how paranoid the CMHC people are about too much of a bubble in the market. But with the amount of money that's sloshing around in Canada for a mortgage, there's no way interest rates are going to go up 1% next year or two. It's just there's too much cash flowing around. In Germany right now, you can get a first mortgage at negative rates or at maybe 0 or 1/10 of a percentage point, guaranteed for 15 years. So you sign up your 25-year mortgage. The first 15 years, you're locked in. 1/10 of 1% interest, guaranteed by the government, will not increase for 15 years. Please, Germans, buy a house. Please. There are government grants available. There are homeowners assistance available. There are grants available if you want to modernize a house. You take an older house and upgrade it with 100,000 euros of improvements like air conditioning or new furnace or new plumbing or new electrical or new flooring or an addition, a new roof. There are grants available, tax breaks available, and 15-year guaranteed virtually no interest rates available. Please come in to the bank and talk to us about borrowing money for a house. Please. Yes, please. If you're an apartment dweller, you qualify instantly for a house. Instantly. Because if you can handle rent to a landlord, you can handle a mortgage. It's cheaper. I mean, come on in here. Canada, there are banks drowning in money. The USA, it's the same. They may not tell you that. They may not indicate it to you, but they are. The global economy as a whole is drowning in money. So over in Jackson Hole, the hoteliers in Jackson Hole, the restaurant operators, are dying because this was supposed to be the big week where all these highfalutin private jet flying people were supposed to come on in and spend money, big money, all this week on conferences and get-togethers and corporate and government leaders were going to fly in. And this is a big to-do. And it's all canceled. No one's coming into town. because COVID in Jackson Hole, Wyoming is off the charts. COVID in a number of states where they don't really promote mask wearing and vaccination, off the charts. And so now say goodbye to Jackson Hole. And I don't know, I would imagine that the Jackson Hole area, they got to be at about 50 million, easy 50 million in that little community that they were counting on. And it's gone. It just ain't coming. No, it's not coming. But I like I say, I can tell you the answer to the question if you want to know about interest rates. Good news, United States and Canada and the world. Good news, interest rates are going to stay low, and they're not going anywhere. Matter of fact, they might go even lower. Right now, the Chinese are talking about lowering interest rates. In China, they have an economic slowdown going on. And some of you might be cheering this, because, we're not friends of China necessarily. We don't love these guys so much. But the story now is that the Bank of China and the banks, there's serious talk now that the Chinese government is going to make moves to get interest rates to drop in China. They've got to spur their own economy on. They have all kinds of logistical problems, and they have all kinds of demand problems. And it's Europe, North America, South America, Africa. We're not buying their stuff, not as much as we normally would. And those of us who want stuff from that region aren't getting it because of supply issues. And so this is causing slow ups and slowdowns in factories everywhere. And where are most of the factories of the world? Asia. They're in Asia, where the cheap labor is. And it's a brutal it's a brutal game. It's a race to the bottom by manufacturers like our friends here at Apple. I mean, why are Apple telephones made in China? Because they do good quality work? That's not the first answer. They do good quality work, but that's not the reason they're there. Because you can make a high quality telephone like this in the United States, Canada. You can make it in Brazil. You could make this in Chile. You could make this in Mexico. You could make this you can make this anywhere in Europe. You can make this pretty well anywhere in Africa. Why is it in China that they make these products and not elsewhere? Well, simple, really. You have government agencies over there who are prepared to subsidize the cost of a factory or 2 or 10 or 100, however many it takes. You have hundreds of millions of qualified people who can work in these factories and who will tolerate, whether they like it or not, they will tolerate the working conditions there because the worker has no rights with respect to how they're treated. You either work on that job or you're fired. And if you're a rabble rouser, you're arrested for state crimes. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's a great way to control the working class. You terrify them to the point where they can't not go to work. And they go to work, and they work very hard, and they tolerate unbearable conditions that none of us in North America would even think of. And Apple gets these things made for $40-$50 a piece and sells them to us for $1,000, $1,200, $1,400. That's how Apple does so well. It's fantastic, and it's with the big-ass iPad that I've got, or the computer I'm watching you on, or the cable that is connected to the power. I mean, yeah, it's beautiful. It's great. God forbid that they would ever think of producing the product in North America where they're headquartered. Are you kidding me? Not going to do that. What are you, crazy? They're not nuts. They're smart. This is how business works, and this is how it works on a high-end product like Apple product, medium product like television, low-end product like envelopes, pens, and really cheap product like clothing. Now, clothing is made in China, yes, but that's not where you go for the cheapest prices. If you're a clothing company, like let's say you're the National Hockey League, you're the NFL, you're the NBA, you're Major League Baseball, where are your clothing items made that you sell to your fans? Anybody got a clue? Where's your product? Why don't you take a look at the label sometime? You might notice Bangladesh is a very prominently displayed label in the back of your collar here. Bangladesh, Pakistan, are two particular countries, big time. India would be third. Sri Lanka would be another one. This is where you can find millions and millions of people who are working in factories in unbearable conditions through sewing machines and everything else to produce your baseball jerseys, your sweatshirts, your t-shirts, your caps, anything to do with clothing with a brand on it, specifically major league sports teams, UK, Premier League, everybody. And of course, top-notch labels that you find in your favorite clothing stores. Take a good look at the labels the next time you go shopping or the next time you're interested in looking for high-end clothing. Take a look where it's made. When you figure it out, you'll find out quickly that, oh, wow, it's made in these countries I just mentioned, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and others. Keep this in mind that a t-shirt like this, blank t-shirts, retail or they wholesale in Canada, landed. I can buy a dozen of these, just 12 of these at about $2.25 a shirt Canadian. I can get them from people in Canada who are selling them to me at a markup because these are made for a dime to 15 cents a piece in these countries. 15 cents a shirt is what they cost to make. And they're made by the millions. And there's a race to the bottom. The guys ordering this stuff, ordering these pieces of clothing, grind the factories to the tenth of a penny, and more and more and more. They keep the heat on these guys. That cheaper, or I walk. I walk because I don't need your town, your region, or your country. I can go to several countries in this area, and I can just make a few text messages, and I have ordered 100,000 of these sweatshirts, blank, anywhere I want, in the quality I want, in the quantity I want, because there are factory owners there who will use the cane to whip the employees into shape. They can do whatever they want. We in North America are spoiled rotten with cheap prices. The problem is, and the reality is, we can't buy this sweatshirt at a Kmart or a Walmart or a Costco for $3.99. We can't get this for $4.99. This thing's made for 50 cents. No, we're paying $19.99, $29.99, $34.99, and if it's got a Major League Baseball logo on it, or an NBA or an NFL logo, we're paying $40, $50, $60, $70 for the item. And who's making all that money? It's not the retailer. They might be making 30%. It's the licensee, and that is the Major League sports teams. That's why you get to watch baseball on television all the time. Notice the fans in the stands. There's 5,000 fans in the stands, 8,000, 12,000, 14,000. How can they pay these players millions of dollars to play baseball? There's nobody watching. Well, it's because the margins everywhere else are gorgeous. That's the name of the game. It's the race to the bottom. And so the race to the bottom continues. And so our friends here at Apple, they don't need to raise $100 billion every 2 years to bring out their new launch of telephones. They don't need to do that. They have enough money in their own bank account, and they basically design their phone. Of course, they design it and they produce their mock-ups, sure. But when it comes to producing the first 10 million phones for the new introduction, that's all done at the factory under top secret conditions, and they're done at $39.99 a piece, and they come up to us at $1,200 a phone. I mean, it's just one phone pays for 40 to be made. Pretty simple, sell 10 and you can make 400 more. Sell 100, you can make 4,000 more. That sell 1,000 is 400. It's just mathematics, people. It's nothing magic. That's why rates aren't going up. Interest rates aren't going up. We don't need the money in that sense. Anyway, it's just an old man. I'm just an old guy in Creston. And again, I admit it. I'm from the 70s and the 80s, and I'm out of touch. And I just don't know how business works anymore. I obviously don't know. And I certainly cannot recognize collusion or manipulation or coordinated activity like I used to. Because when I was in my 20s and 30s, I was pretty sharp. I kind of figured it out. I also noticed that in my 20s and 30s, the media was pretty sharp at figuring it out too. Back in the day, the Newswire service, if five brokerage houses came out within an hour of each other with research information on one stock that only went public 5 weeks ago, um, with all kinds of overweight buy predictions and hold periods and everything else. Um, Back in the day, when we used to stand in front of those little ticker machines that went, the paper would just keep going and going and going. Back at that time, um, we could count on the Newswire service to hit the bell and talk about unusual activity. And within an hour of that, the SEC would already come up with an inquiry. Like they'd already go, we're looking into it. They would already comment on it because the news agency would ask the SEC, hey, don't you find it odd that in 50 minutes of time, 5 different brokerage firms with 5 different analysts all came out with research reports on Robinhood, the company went public 5 weeks ago, and like 4 of them are recommending a buy on this thing. Don't you find that peculiar, that you would want to look into the possibility that maybe some of these guys are being paid to say this? Would you think they'd react? I haven't heard anything today. Have you heard anything today? I'm looking at my headlines. I don't see any. I don't see anything. I don't see the media even questioning it. If the media doesn't question it, then the SEC doesn't have to respond. If the SEC doesn't respond, then obviously no one's doing anything at the SEC because obviously no one's aware of it. Because sometimes the SEC would not be aware of these things until the press brought it to their attention. Then they would look into it and we'd hear all about it. But I don't even see the media asking these guys. And I wonder, why is that? Why is the media not asking the SEC for investigations on stock collusion and suspicious activity and all kinds of shenanigans? And then I thought, well, do you think it's because maybe the media, these large organizations are actually all publicly traded companies themselves? I mean, why would you bring attention to publicly traded stocks? Yeah, that could be up to some, nefarious activity. If you're a publicly traded company, why would you institute an investigation into publicly traded companies? I kind of, I was wondering about that. Like you're the Indianapolis Police Department, and you've had all kinds of your guys shoot people, and you're not investigating it. Why aren't you doing that? Because if you were to investigate your cops as to why you're shooting people, you'd maybe come up with a pattern. But if you did that, you'd be kind of tarnishing your own reputation. Maybe that's not such a good idea. And so maybe that's why police departments across the United States don't do that very aggressively. By the way, Canada too, just so you know. And they don't do that in Canada either. That's odd. Yeah. Huh. Why is it the U.S. Senate doesn't have an investigation on our good, dear friend, what's that guy's name? The guy that got beat up on his lawnmower by his neighbor, Rand Paul. Why isn't there an investigation on Rand Paul and his wife for buying stock in the drug company that made that Renosphere, whatever that thing was called? Remember that drug that was being touted as the cure-all for COVID about a year or two ago? And Renosphere, what was that stuff called? And then no one ever, and they bought the stock. The husband and wife, the senator, bought the stock without telling anyone, didn't report it like they were supposed to until like a year after it all, and there was never anything done about that. Oh, why is that, I wonder? Why would that be, that they wouldn't even investigate their own doings of that? Yeah. But if you want to buy GameStop and buy it at 158 and sell it 168 because it went up $10, you are up to no good. You are up to you're shenaniganing here. Yeah, we're going to investigate you. Let's call Congress on you and haul you in front of Congress to find out what the hell you're doing, because this is completely unacceptable. We can't have retail investors making money out there. Oh, no, we can't have that. But again, I'm old. You see, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm old school. I don't get it. I'm talking about something called morals. They don't exist anymore. That's from the 60s, Bruce. Morals. There's no such thing as morals. What are you talking about? It's called making money, man. You got to get with the program, buddy. You got to learn how to make money in this world today. You got to learn how this world works. You got to figure out the new normal, Bruce. You just are out of touch with what is going on out there. Man, oh man, Bruce, what do we have to do? What do we have to do to figure you out? I don't know. I try. Anyway, folks, I had a wonderful weekend, kinda. I slept a lot. I'm kind of full of vim and vinegar this morning. Packed a lot. Yeah, moved a lot of boxes downstairs because we're moving out. Oh my gosh. You may have noticed the set behind me is getting a little thinner right now. There are no mugs here anymore. They're packed away. I'm down to one mug. I've got this mug now that I will be traveling with. I have all the other mugs are put away to go into storage because I'm a nomad. Soon you will not see these amplifiers anymore. Whatever I have left will be in storage, and you'll have to wait a while before you can get your hands on them. But it's just the way it is. Things are happening here. We're packing up and we're getting out and we're moving on. And occasionally we still get attacked by morons who want to muck up the works. What can I say? We still get the goofballs who still come in here. Who want to, just want to attack for the sake of attacking, I guess. Anyway, there it is. What can I say? Thank you for being here this morning, watching me so far. I hope you're enjoying the show. I hope you're finding it somewhat interesting. Thank you for all your support and kind words this past weekend. A lot of you reached out to me, said hi, and wishing Jen and I nothing but the best, which we do appreciate, of course. We love you guys. Those of you who are members, we love you. Thank you for being members of this channel. We notice that every day. I'll look at my analytics and it'll tell me, oh, so-and-so renewed their membership. So-and-so renewed their membership. I thank you, all of you who are doing that. Very, very appreciative of that. If you're a member, please pop in and say hi and leave a message, and make sure you hit the old thumbs up button for us, and all that good stuff. Those of you who are just subscribed, if you're subscribers, we love you. Thank you for being subscribers and following this channel with what we're up to. We love you for that too, and we encourage you to become members. If you're just casually watching, please become a subscriber and hit that bell notification icon, and you'll be updated. I've just shifted the channel now from open chat to members only chat. Please become a member and join the other members for a morning chat here and updates. So sometimes you make money when you don't recommend things or you avoid things. And this morning, I am avoiding a SPAC, Next Gen Acquisitions, because I'm not impressed with the deal that they made with Virgin Orbit. Virgin Orbit is taking over the SPAC called Next Gen Acquisition, but there's only $100 million of street money coming with the deal. That's a disappointment to me. Should have been 500 million or more if this was a hot deal, but it doesn't look like a hot deal at all. So I kind of wonder, this might be a bit rough. Now, maybe what's happened is it might be that the institutional investors out there have said to Branson and his gang, look, we'd like to invest into your company, and we will, but we're going to do it after you go public, after you get the SPAC done, and after you get it listed. We know how many of the shares that you've issued at $10 are redeemed, where people take their money back. Once we know the real number, once that's done and your stock's out there and trading a while, then maybe we'll come through. And so that could be what's going on. I don't know. It's a possibility. And so maybe there's 400 million more coming to the company. To the company in the first 3-4 months of listing, but that would be into 2022. And I'll wait. I think I'll wait until 2022. Show me that you can take the company public. Show me that you can that you have a following. Show me an investor relations department that can deliver the goods, and then I'll take a look at it. And if I like it, I'll recommend it. And I would rather recommend a stock to you folks at $12 a share rather than $10 a share, knowing that it's now's the time to get in. Whereas I don't want to be the first guy in coming in at 10, saying, oh, let's buy this at 10 and then have it go to 6. And then 6 months later, go back to 10 and now get into it. Things have changed. Things have changed. Just like I've been saying all morning, things have changed. What I used to know as normal isn't normal anymore. What is normal is the market is just opening up right now. That is definitely going on. The bells are ringing and we're opening for trading. I'm showing the Dow up 180 points, I believe, 157 at least. And I'm showing S&P up 19 and NASDAQ up 65. And I'm showing SoFi at 1424. So that's up 24 cents, 1428 up 24 cents. I show Robinhood up $1.26, that highfalutin, high money making, incredibly loved stock by all of Wall Street, or at least 5 of them all at the same time, loving Robinhood to death, up $1.55. Wow, what a winner that is. GameStop 162.10 up 280. I like that. ATIP up 17 cents to 388. I kind of like that. I see AMC up 54 cents to 34.95. It's a little better, I guess. Matterport up 23 cents to 416. I like that. 23andMe up 23 cents to 8.94. Fifth Wall down only 4 cents. Today is Fifth Wall Smart Rent Takeover Day. Congratulations to all you guys out there. Rocket Labs to the moon. There you go, W. Diggs. Thanks, buddy. Vector up 50 cents, 10.97. That's Rocket Lab. Spire Global 9.53 up 48 cents. Looking good. Sextera up a penny at 8.04. At least it's not going down. Vanek Vector's up $4. Home Depot up 93 cents. IBM, the heartbreaker, up 69 cents, now up 71 cents to 139.82. The Dow up 184 now. Microsoft down 99 cents. Apple up 18. Tesla up $2. Bed Bath & Beyond unchanged. BlackBerry up 4. Royal Caribbean up $1.65 to 79.78. Norwegian up 70 cents. Carnival up 61. Amazon up $15. Facebook up $1.29. Alphabet, that's known as Google, up $11.48. Target up 57 cents. JP Morgan up $1.32. Costco down $2.20. Walmart down 14. Cisco up 2 cents. Nvidia up 4.96. Goldman up 5.91 to 4.01. Woohoo! 4.01. What can I say? There you go. Okay. What else is going on here? We got this moron coming in here with these messages again. Poor bastard. Poor loser. Oh, God, what a loser. Walt Disney up $1.42. We're here. We're watching an up market here. Thank you, up market. About time. It was oversold last week, and there's so much cash on the sidelines. It's looking for a place to go. And some of it's going to Robinhood up $1.62, but SoFi $14.36, Matterport $14.04, both getting money in today. GameStop 161.27 up $1.97. Thank you very much. Keep it coming. Yeah, baby. Spire up 45 cents. Vector up 33. We got a couple of nice winners going on here on some of our SPACs. Love to see this. And say SoFi, I've been getting a lot of quality. I've noticed a lot of quality messages on SoFi from a lot of analysts and others highly recommending the stock. So, yeah, okay, good stuff. Yoo-hoo, yay. Funny how every one of my SPACs are up today, and I got this moron attacking my channel. I just can't help people. I don't know. Just I do what I can. What can I say? Again, I'm old school, so what do I know? I just don't. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate that you're here. Bruce getting anger money this morning. Maybe that's what it is. What the hey? What can I say? I think this guy's now an ATIP. What's he down on? Yeah, he's down on life, down on ambition, down on anything. Who knows? I can't help these people. I can't. I try, but here we go. Yeah. We have a loser who's a loser and wants the world to know it, which incredible is. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Yeah, right. I don't know. Would it be off to tell Richard Branson that You will invest your profits off of ME into his new SPAC. Being they bought it at 10, might want to wait before tipping in the dough. I don't know. We'll just see. I don't have a problem with Mr. Branson. I love Mr. Branson. I think he's great, a real entrepreneur, hardworking guy, created a lot of jobs. Man, has he put a lot of people, created an incredible opportunity for so many people, thousands and thousands of people to get work. But stocks don't go straight up, and it's a good thing they don't, because if they all went straight up, then it would be manipulated. It wouldn't be a free market. So fair enough. We all just want to be into stocks, our stocks going up. That's all we want. Oh man, what can I say? What can I say? Nicholas, what's Richard Branson's new SPAC? He doesn't have a new SPAC. It's just that his deal, the deal Virgin Orbit, is going to take over another company. It's going to take over a company called Next Gen Acquisitions, and I'm not recommending it as a buy at this time. I kind of want to see it. Perform first. I want this deal to go through, and I want to see financing from Wall Street. I want to see serious money, not $100 million. It's not enough. There's $320 million in the bank from the SPAC. I want to see at least that much from Wall Street, and I'm not seeing it, so it's holding me up. SoFi, 1442, up 38 cents. How about that? The high today, 1447. Right now, 1447, up 43 cents. Nice. Thank you, SoFi. Welcome to the party, pal. 1 million traded so far in 6 minutes. Not a lot of volume compared to lately, but we'll take it. What can I say? What can I tell you? SoFi, 1446. GameStop, 160.15, up 85 cents. ATIP down a penny. AMC up 38. Matterport down 3. 23andMe up 20 cents. That's where we're at right now. So, what can I tell you? Yep. Ferrigan, thank you so much, Ferrigan. NGCA to Uranus. There you go. And here we go. Oh man, you're never going to make it as a copywriter. Whoever this guy is, you're not going to make it as a copywriter. Oh boy. Anyway, what can I say? Good news this weekend. I think it was Saturday. Went into my grocery store. Sesame seed bagels were back in stock. Got me a dozen. Good for another couple of weeks on sesame seed bagels. Yay! Happy about that. I'll tell you, that wasn't easy. I'm happy to see that coming through. 1443 on SoFi. 1396 on Matterport. So Matterport's losing the race right now. Come on, you guys. 23andMe up 24 cents to $8.95. Vector up 26. Spire up 7. That's where we're at right now. What can I say? A little bit here and a little bit there. We're up 90 cents on IBM at $140.01. We're back to 140 on IBM. There you go. Oh, gosh. I don't know, kids. I do what I can with what I got. Robinhood holding a 160 gain here at 44.24. That's what we got. Hey, Brian, thanks for this donation here. Hey, Uncle B, do you still think GameStop will go up again past 200? Oh, yes. And beyond. Much beyond, yes. Today? No. But yes, eventually. Now, September the 8th, I think it is. September the 8th. I think it's September the 8th, is the financials for GameStop. Now, one of you might correct me if I'm off a day or two on that, or 3 or 4. But it's around early September, first 10 days, somewhere in there, the 10th. We'll have the financials for GameStop being released. I'm not sure about any other news. There might be, there might be. I will not buy IBM calls. I will not buy MBM calls. The mantra continues. We're at 171 on Robinhood. We're up 33 on SoFi to 1437. GameStop holding a 99-cent gain at 160.29. ATIP down 3 cents. AMC up 44. Matterport up a nickel to 13.98. And 23andMe 8.89 up 18. Fifth Wall down 4 cents. Vector up 19 to 10.66. Spire up 9 to 9.14. Xterra down 3 cents to $8. And IBM 139.61 just to break our hearts all over again. The Dow is up 230 odd points, having a good start. S&P is up 26, Nasdaq up 107. Very good, very good. Oil up 264. That's where we're at. Barron's says Rocket Lab is going public. It's also going to Mars. That's what Barron's says in an article. I'm not sure what that means by the thing going to Mars. But we know that Rocket Lab is officially now in control of VACQ. And we know that VACQ will change their symbol. I think it's tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. I'm not sure. Let's see what's going on. Yes, Bruce was asleep it was on duty. He fell asleep when the iceberg was dead ahead in 1912. There you go. Is today Rocket Lab Day? That happened Friday. That takeover was Friday. Rocket Lab was gobbled up Vector. We're now just waiting for the stock symbol to come through, and then, of course, the option symbols and all that. Yeah. Thank you all for joining me today. I appreciate you're here. Noticed on the weekend some of you folks were scooping up some of the lessons that Jen and I had put up. We've now done 10 lessons on the website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. And you can watch any of the 10 lessons anytime you want. Just head over there and click on the one you want to get and enjoy the lesson that interests you. We've done a lot of lessons about options to make it as simple to understand as humanly possible. I've really done a lot of work on explaining how options work. Many of you here now are writing options. You've never done this before. You've only just started in the last few months. And I commend you for those of you who've taken the leap and tried to write options against your stocks. Those of you who have AMC and GameStop and any of you who have Robinhood, absolutely brilliant strategy to write options against your stock to bring in income because you're holding it anyway. You might as well be paid to hold this stuff. Very happy for you. There are a number of ways to do the strategies, and I've indicated that in the lessons. So check them out. You don't have to watch all 10. I'm not like other sites where I say, here's my course, give me a bunch of money and watch the whole course. And it'll take you 20 hours to watch the course, and only 4 or 5 hours of the 20 hours interest you, but you got to buy the whole thing. Here, you can just buy one lesson at a time. Just whatever lesson interests you, watch that lesson. You want to get another one, watch another one, and away you go. And I've done the best I can in plain English to present these topics to you, with Jen being my assistant. And a number of you have sent us messages saying how much you appreciate them, how much you found them helpful, and that a number of you are beginning to make money writing contracts. And I'm really pumped about it. Very much so. Connor Payne, number 2, thank you for becoming a new member. Appreciate that. I'm back, and I'm back. There you go. I'm just happy that some of you are able to now write options and understand it. You understand what this is and how this works and how it can work for you. You're no longer afraid. You're quickly getting over the anxiety of, what if I offer my stock in an option? What if someone takes it away from me? You're now beginning to figure out, don't have to worry about that situation. Fantastic. I'm very happy about that. A number of you are mentioning to us here on the air how you're doing, and it's exciting and it's really motivating. And I know a number of you are who've talked to me privately and now who've been here watching casually. You're beginning to figure out, Bruce, I have like, $100,000 lying around here that I've had saved up for, whatever, ever. And I can make enough money on this money, depending on how I structure this account of mine. I can make enough money on this money to literally have my wife not work anymore, or have both of us only work part-time, or only one of us work part-time. In some of your cases, you have enough capital saved up that you can get out completely. You can totally walk away from your obligations with your employer. You can say goodbye to your employer forever and say, hey, I'm out of here. I'm not, I'm only now working simply as a consultant. I'm no longer working as a full-time employee. And I'm happy for you. I really am. This is a life changer. The way this COVID variant is coming around here, we're going to be around. This thing's going to be around for years. We're going to be dealing with this variant problem for a long, long time. This isn't over in like a month from now. This is not going to happen. We're going to be talking about booster shots and annual shots for a lot of us for years and years to come. And it could well be that for a lot of us, it might mean that we really have to social distance ourselves on an ongoing basis just to be practical about it. And for some of you out there who are, who've worked 20, 30 years, you're kind of going, hey, I'm kind of tired of this rat race. I don't want to be in a subway every morning anymore, or on a bus, or in my car for an hour anymore. I would really like to be, I'd really like to be my own person. I'd really like to be my own, self-employed person at home with my own life. And I really don't want to have to keep working for the man anymore. And I'd really like to, be in control of my destiny. And I kind of like the idea of this whole idea of being in front of my computer. I'll watch Bruce during the day. I watch the markets, and I can write options against this portfolio I've got. I have all these stocks that are just sitting here, and even following advice from Bruce, where you just, theoretically, you could buy GameStop right now at 160 something bucks a share, and you could turn around right this second and write options against it for next week, the week after, the week after. You could bring in 8-10% of your money in one go, just right off the get-go here, and do this every 8 to 10, 12 days. Bring in 5 to 7, 8% on your money twice a month, depending how much you're dealing with here. If you've got a $100,000 portfolio and you can bring in 5% a month on your money, that's $5,000 a month coming in the front door. Does that possibly take one of your salaries off the table in your household, or does it make one of you now the possibility of a possible part-time worker as opposed to 2 full-time workers? This is possible. This is entirely possible. Only you can make it happen, though. You have to step up and take this initiative. Those of you who have, a couple $100,000 in the market, used to think that you would get 3% interest or dividend yield. You'd get $6,000 a year on your money, and that was normal. And your employer, through your employer savings account, that's all you're getting, 2-3% a year. All of a sudden, you're going, hey, wait a minute. If I turn this into in my own Roth IRA that I can control, and I can write options against my positions, just like GameStop, for example, if I can bring in 5 points a month on a $200,000 portfolio, that's $10,000 a month coming in. You know what? $10,000, that's $120,000 a year in my own house. I can write off some expenses against that because I'm in business in my own house here. Why am I working? What am I doing? What am I doing working for the man? After tax and after the cost of commuting in and out every day, figure out how much you're left with. And you're kind of going, hey, whoa, what? No. And I live where? I live here where I've been living, and I'm not so crazy about this place, and I'd really rather live wherever that is, south in warmer weather or elsewhere. Just give me an internet connection and I'm good to go. Life changer. Big life changer. Anyway, there you go, guys. What can I say? Hey, Pfizer just got FDA approval. Right on. Good stuff. Way to go, Pfizer. Way to go, Pfizer. That's good news. Anyway, here, Bruce, you say against your stocks. So if your stock is that you'll hold is down, you write an option. I think it was a call that went up next 6 months. I get it right. So against my share, all I'm saying is if you hold 100 shares of GameStop, 200 shares, 500 shares, you hold 100 shares of whatever, you can write options against your stock. And by doing that, you can bring in capital. You can bring in cash. And, for some of you, the best idea might be to simply write options for like the next 3 months, bring in capital, and just leave it in your account. Just amass a cash balance in your account. Don't do anything with it. And just see how big it becomes. Start noting how much cash can I bring in every month or 6 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever it is. And let's see what kind of a difference this makes in my life. Maybe you then diversify into something else, or you look at other scenarios. Like, again, watching my lessons, you're going to figure out, you know what, the way Bruce shows it, I can write option spreads against stock that I follow all the time, and I can be paid to follow stock. Why don't I get paid to do that? Why don't I risk $250 to make 1,000, as much as 1,000 in the next week and a half, using some conservative credit spreads or butterfly spreads, the ones that Bruce is talking about? Why don't I do that? Invest in a class, watch that, figure it out, and do some experimenting with play money through these apps you have. I'm sure that most of you have trading apps that allow you to do synthetic trading. Here's $100,000, knock yourself out. Well, why don't you try some of this stuff and see how it works? There's just, it's a wide open world. It's worthy of a look, I would say. 163 on GameStop, by the way. We're up 372. Yay on GameStop. Go, baby. It's going up there like butter. Going up there like butter. AMC up $1.23. Beautiful. And if GameStop is high, I write a put, for example, so I bet that goes down. I'll start now with this, but I love to take some time to figure out how it works on a first trade. Again, check out check the classes out, see what you think, and kind of go from there. What do you got to lose? I mean, not a lot. You got everything to win. I mean, what do you got to lose? You get to go back to your old life. You want to go back there? You really want to go back there? Is it that important to you? Did you really like the subway ride every day, both directions? Did you really like having to get up at 6 a.m. to get to the office by 8 to hang out with those folks? Are you really dying to be abused by your boss again? Can you, really? Yeah, I don't know. Just saying. GameStop 162.74 up 343. ATIP up a penny. AMC up $1.19. Matterport down 18 cents. SoFi 1444 up 40 cents. Robinhood 44.30 up $1.66. 23andMe at 9.03. 23andMe is over $9. Okay. Vector up 35 cents to 10.82. Spire down 4. Cyxtera down 1. Yeah, we're plugging along here on this market. The Dow up 194. How about that? Now, what kind of options can we write for ATIP? Well, you could write puts. You could write a put contract. Take a look at maybe 5s. You could look at doing that. Yeah. Let's see. What else is going around here? Yeah, Splair, you got to make sure you've got this figured out. You write a call if you think a stock is going to kind of hang around a certain level. You write a put if you feel the stock's going to go up. That's exactly great. Thanks for answering. I start to get fresh into it. If money comes, I really don't want to go out my whole life back, but first I need to do the basics before I take lessons. Yeah, take lessons. You definitely want to do that. Let's see. Oh, they got this moron still issuing comment after comment after comment. What are you going to do? We've got that one guy out there. It's okay. Yeah, it's all right. Anyway, there you go. 1441 on SoFi. Robinhood 4401 up $1.37. GameStop up $2.65. AMC up $1.14. Matterport 13.66 at 23andMe 9.05 up 34 cents.
Yeah, Vector up 39 to 1086. So, okay, IBM now down 13 cents. Heartbreaker that it is. Good old IBM. You can write puts on IBM. You could write puts. Maybe 135s. Good for 3-4 months. That could be a strategy. Write puts on IBM. Here's some hard-earned cash. Thank you, Mr. T. Thank you for that. All of you who have been making donations this morning. You guys are great. I appreciate this. Thank you all. A little bit of traveling money coming up. Can't wait to get started. We're up 206 on the Dow, up 208. Here we go. Let's go. Well, we'll see what happens. 1440 on SoFi, up 36 cents. GameStop, 162.79, up 349. ATIP is now up a half a penny. Matterport still 13.59. 902 on 23andMe. Yes, indeed. Have you been busking again? Mr. T. Have you been busking, Mr. T? Lots of positive reports coming out about Micron, Bruce, after the stock has suffered a bit recently. 5G Center, I bought some more last week. Right on, Aaron. Well done. It's one of my favorites, is Micron. There's Vernon. Right on, buddy. Yeah. ATIP put 7.5 goes for 450. Not a bad deal. Yeah, I mean, you're buying the stock at $3 a share. That's 88 cents off current prices. There you go. You get paid $4.50 in cash. They will give you $4.50 in cash to buy the stock for $3. That's an ATIP option I'd write. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Stock goes to $7. You can buy the contract back for 50 cents. Keep the $4. Thank you very much. I like that. Right on. There's Opportunity Knocks right there, kids. Opportunity Knocks. Oh, my goodness gracious. My. What can I tell you? Yeah. So, look, check it out. Yeah, there's opportunity here to write puts on ATIP if you want. GameStop, 162.35. Boy, you can write 165 calls right now. Probably for September, I would imagine September 17 or something like that. You get a pretty nice premium there. I bet you could. Let's take a look here. What's GameStop doing right now? Let's take a look at September contracts. September. What do we got here? What is that one there? Oh, there's the 10th right there. Yeah, I mean, you could write 165s right now and haul in almost $13, maybe more, maybe $13.50 a contract to sell at 165. That gives you 178.50 right there on a 162 stock. Heck, you buy that contract back in about a week from now. You probably buy it back for half the price. Score a $7 gain on this contract because it's going to deteriorate quickly. Just saying. Yeah, there's all kinds of potential here. Anyway, what can I say? Mr. T, thank you, buddy. Just being smart with my money. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Here we go. Let's block this guy again. There we go. Yeah, September 10s, 165s, 14.45. Yeah, I mean, that's the offering. But yeah, you score those. Write those and look to buy them back in the next week or so, either on a pullback on the stock, if that happens. There'll be a combination of time depreciation and a pullback, or just time depreciation, because in the next week, that thing's going to drop to $7. Week after that, it'll be $3. Yeah, there's some money here. Definitely. Yeah. Okay. Exciting stuff, I mean, just 100 shares, you're bringing in $1,400 for, a 10-day write. If you can score $700-800 of that in your pocket, not bad. If you get 500 shares, you score $700-800 in 2 weeks. That's $3,500 to $4,000 earned in the next 2 weeks on 500 shares of GameStop. Not a bad move. There you have it. What can I say? Yeah, well, there you go. Doing what we can. SoFi 1441. Where else are we at? We got AMC up $1.26 right now. Matterport still down 35 cents. 23andMe $8.98. We're at 10.90 on Vector, up 43 cents. Very good, very good. Well, we'll take that. Here we go. Okay. It's funny to me. We have a disturber here who's actually debating with my viewers. It's incredible. It's just incredible. We actually have a guy who's buying these chats to become a member to argue with my viewers, and then I delete them and ban them, and I don't know. Of course, YouTube can't stop it. That's the problem. That's the difficulty for my viewers, and I have to keep monitoring this guy and keep throwing him out. But what can I say? Could trace the payment. You would think, do you think they'd be tracing the payment? They would, because I report them as hate speech. We do that, and then we just kind of wait for the FBI to step in someday. I don't know. Would they ever do that? I don't know. Just someday. Kind of. Not. I think what's happening here is that this individual tries to change the name of his channels and then tries to come back in the back door that way. But I don't have time to literally. I just don't have time to watch every little thing that this person does. I just don't have time. I just have got so much going on. Yeah, there you go. 50 people managing 1 million complaints. There you go. Yeah, that's part of the problem. Yeah. So I do the best I can. Anyway, folks, there you have it. Vector up 44 to 10.91. Robinhood still up $1.21. SoFi up 35 cents to 14.39. GameStop 313 gain, 162.43. Yes. 23andMe at 8.94, up 23 cents. So we have a couple of gainers today. So a few stocks making good things happen. We're trying. Go GameStop, go. That's all I have to say about that. How about that? Just go GameStop, go, please. That would be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Go to the moon and take my viewers with it. That would be great. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Pete, Steve from Gamers Channel 1.4 said doesn't have a contact. I know. I talked to the big YouTuber that came by here once, 6 months ago. He popped in. What's his name again? It's embarrassing. Anyway, he has 29 million subscribers, 25 million. It's a huge number. He became a member of my, not a member, but he became a subscriber. Markiplier. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you. Markiplier, great guy. Really nice guy. I had a good chat with him. He does have a contact, but he tells me that he only talks to her maybe once every couple of months. Almost never hears from her. And I thought, what are you talking about? You're one of the top 100 channels. Like, you're one of the top 100 channels on all of YouTube. You're massive. And he said, look, if there's anything you need from YouTube, let me know, and I'll try to put a word in for you. And I said, that's really kind of you. I mean, I from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. But I can't believe how little service he gets. I was really surprised by that. But anyway, he's pretty cool guy, and I hope someday to meet him. But yeah, unbelievable. Anyway, Markiplier. Yeah. Anyway, there it is. 162.35 up 305 on GameStop. There's where we are here in Creston, British Columbia. Hopefully everyone's doing okay today. Hopefully you're well and you're healthy out there. I hope. We're up 232 points on the Dow, up 33 on S&P. We're up 145 on NASDAQ. Man, oh man, oh man. Good game. Good market day today. I'm going to take a look at the Dow right now, just out of idle curiosity. The Dow needs to get to 35,631 to hit a new high. It's at 35,348. So 631, 348. It's less than 300 points away. The Dow is less than 300 away from a new all-time high for the Dow. So that shows you how much of a gain the Dow has had, because the Dow was off about 1,100 from its high last week sometime. Not for long, though, but for just a bit of time. So it's come back a ways. Indeed. Here we go. We got another comment there. We'll get rid of that and, do the best we can. Okay. 162.45 on GameStop. Go GameStop. The high of the day, 163.38. So we're less than $1 away from the high of the day. We have 26 of 30 Dow component stocks higher this morning as the Dow is climbing. That's good to see. And 162.60 on GameStop. We're only 78 cents away from a new high from GameStop today. How about that? Come on, baby. Come on. You know you can do it. The higher, the better. I like it. I like it a lot. Matterport, unfortunately, down 49 cents to 13.44. SoFi at 14.32. So SoFi is winning the race today all by itself. Sorry. What's the matter with Matterport? I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is. It is. We be what we be today. There you have it. Yeah, SoFi, interesting. Robinhood still holding a 135 gain with all these recommendations today. Gosh, gotta wonder about that. Weird stuff. Let's see what else is going on here today. Yeah, Jen and I were busy today. Busy this weekend, cleaning up the house. Having to clean it up for a viewing. It's like companies coming over. I hate having to do that. We're so tired. Here we are cleaning up the house as we're packing it. It's not easy, but you got to do what you got to do. You got to pretty it up to show it off and let people kind of imagine the upside. 163.50 on GameStop, new high on the day right now. New high, up 420 on GameStop right now, people. So let's see what we got going here. Three Thinker, you are on it. You're absolutely on it. Nothing gets past you today. Love it. Anyway, man, oh man. 163.24, high of 163.50. Go GameStop. Volume on GameStop, 229,000. No volume, and it's up $4. Oh. Yes, existing home sales jumped 2% in July as inventory of properties for sale grows. Finally, from a record low, 163.50 again on GameStop, high of the day. We're back to the high. We might be going higher. Bruce and Jen getting busy on the weekend, eh? Yeah, that's it. We're getting busier. 163.70, new high on GameStop. We're up 440. We're going up on GameStop now. Go, GameStop, go. Yes, we'll take the run and all the way to the moon, baby. All the way, please. And thank you. Thank you. Higher it goes. It's a new day. That's right, John. It's a new day. Going for 164 now. Come on, baby. Take it out and keep running. Keep on running. I like running. Oh, yeah. Bruce promoted it. I wasn't promoting it. I mentioned it at 480. That was the first time I ever mentioned the stock in a video that I ever did on this channel. June last year. Was that right? June? Yeah, June. Yeah, I think so. That's when I did the video on GameStop talking about this unusual short situation. Yes, unusual number of shares shorted. And it was at 480 a share at the time. Yeah, come a ways, hasn't it? 163.33, high of 163.70. Jumping around right now. Could go higher. 214-point gain on the down now. Whoo-wee, baby. Wow, what a day. Interesting. 1440 on SoFi, up 36 cents. That's way too low. Yeah. What to do? Up $4 exactly on GameStop, 1440 on SoFi. Matterport's still down 43 cents. We have 23andMe at 893, up 22. Fifth Wall up 6 cents. Vector at 1087, up 40. IBM down 29 cents today. Microsoft up 11. Apple up 86. Tesla up $17 or so. 150 gain on Royal Caribbean. So there you go. Here's our friend again with the same message. He seems to be running out of imagination, just the same message all the time. Just, kind of sad. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, so Bruce, what would happen if the GameStop calls we write for September the 10th? If the stock increases to 170 in the meantime, we couldn't buy them back cheaper in that case. So what would the strategy be? Oh, but you could. Oh, but you can, because you see, if you write them now for 14 and the shares do go up to 170 in the next couple of days, the stock goes up $7 a share, let's say, from 163 to 170. The contracts won't go up $7 each. They might only go up about $4, because they're right now out of the money. Well, they're almost out of the money, but it's all premium. It's all time premium. Time is running out every day. There's only 14, 15 days of trading left before these expire. So every day you lose 1/14 of the money. That's $1 a day. Every day you lose $1 in time. So in 3 days, you've lost $3 in time. And even if the stock went up 7, the contracts will probably trade at exactly the same price you sold them for. Now, I got good news and bad news. I got bad news. You haven't made any money on your contracts yet, because you sold them 14, trading at 14. You haven't made any money on the contract. The good news, stock went up $7 a share. You're $7 richer per share right now. Theoretically, yeah, I guess you could buy them back for 14, turn around and write the next week contracts, maybe 170s, for $14 or $15, and take on a new position a week out, $5, $10 per share higher on the exercise price, and say, thank you very much. May I have another? Of course, if the shares go up to 170 and then they come back to 165 by the end of the week, they will be the contracts will be down to like $9, maybe $8. You could buy them back at the end of the week. Just buy them back, and then wait over the weekend to see what happens on Monday to decide whether you want to write new ones or not. I mean, you could play that game. But if they're, if the shares are dropping, there's that. Obviously, you all know that shares have a tendency to fluctuate during days. So you write them now at 164, roughly. You're writing the contracts now at 164. And the stock tomorrow is 158 in the morning for whatever reason. You might buy them back tomorrow morning and then sit back, let the stock come back to 163, 64, write them again. Stock in 2 days later is back to 158, 159. Buy them back again. Score $4, $5 a contract again and again and again. But you're writing the calls out to September 10 or September 17 because they have a high premium over there. And they're losing $1 a day every day. They're losing time value. That's what you're after, on top of swings on the trading of the stock. We're up 456 to 163.86. We're at the new high here. We're just about the new high. 164 right now. We're just about there, up 470. See, now is a good time to look at writing contracts. This might be it. You never know. See how easy this is? It's so easy. Or is it? But you've got to be on top of it. And that's why you're a full-timer. If you're watching this full time, this is what you do. You are looking for runs, gains. You make it up at the right 165s, score $14, $15 a contract. Watch it go back to 158, 59, 157. Buy them back. Take the $7, $8 off the table. Say thank you, $5, whatever you get. Watch it go back up again. Write them again. Take them off the table. Thank you. Back and forth and back and forth. This is called making a living. Now you know what hedge funds do for a living. They do this too. While you're just joining in on the party. You're just doing it on a small number of contracts. That's all. You're not doing 100 at a time. Doing one at a time. 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, whatever. There it is. What can I say? 164.33. That looks like a new high. Up 503. You have to pick your spots. And there you go. Fantastic. Yes. Or you could do like I did and write a $12 strike covered call against your AMC stock when it was trading at $9.50. Then watch it go to 73 weeks later. Oof. Yeah, once in a lifetime. That can happen. Yeah, that can happen. But then you keep moving. You just keep on moving. Don't ever stop. Just keep on moving. Yeah. 164 on GameStop. 14.44 on SoFi, up 40 cents. Thank you very mucho. Thank you. 14.44 on SoFi. 164 on GameStop. Okay. What else have we got going here? Can you get exercised early? Well, of course you can. You could, but the odds are slim. But what if you did? You write a 165 contract on GameStop, you bring in $15 a share, and you get taken out when the stock's at 170. It's only $5 higher than when you wrote. You sold them for $15. You sold this contract for $15. That means you sold your stock, your 165 stock, you sold for 180. You get taken out when it's 170. You're loving it. You're happy. Going, thank you. You'll just turn around and buy the stock back on the open market at 170. You just got paid 180 for it. You're buying it back for 170 and writing now 170 contracts for September the 17th or 24th. Here we go, baby. Yes, you want this. Yes. Oh, man. What are your thoughts on the Royal Caribbean $80 put at 10:45 till February 18, 2022? Royal Caribbean $80 put. Are your thoughts on? I'm assuming you're going to buy it. You're going long because you believe the stock will go down in price. That's I'm hoping. I don't like the price of that contract. It is extremely expensive. I would be looking at paying more to get an in the money put. That's what I'd be looking for because I want to pay less in premium. I want you to get as much of the dollar for dollar move on your contract. So if the stock goes down $1, if you can get 85 cents of that on your put appreciation, so every time it drops $1, you get 85 cents more. Every time. That would interest me more. I don't want to see you holding a $10 contract out of the money or at the money, but all premium. That's very, very expensive. So that I'm not crazy about. So I would look at going shorter, coming in closer. Don't go as far out in time, but I would be looking at buying an in-the-money put contract is what I'd be looking at. That's how I would do it. So that if the stock goes from, from 80 to 70, you might gain $8 on your put contract. That's what I'd be looking for. Yeah, that's how I would do it. All right. You know what? I think I started listening to Hall & Oates. Out of Touch is actually one of my favorites. Well, how about that? Matterport already looks way better in such short amount of time. Matterport right now is sitting at 1371, only down 22 cents. Coming back. Yeah, right now, coming back. GameStop covered call 1420 premium for a 170 strike expiring September 10. Current ask is 1390. Maybe I'll get it. Yeah, well, like I say, sell it. You're not going to buy it. You're going to sell it. You're going to write it. Yes, worthy of a look. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Bruce, I think my January SoFi calls have been possessed by a demon. How can I ensure that they get exercised as a matter of urgency? I don't know how to help you there. AMC and GameStop to the moon, baby. There you go, Jennifer. You know it. AMC up $1.52. GameStop 163.83 up 4.53. Go GameStop, go. High today 164.33. We're just about 80 cents away from the high today. Looking good. Yeah, looking good. And writing calls here, always a good idea. Write 165s, write 170s. taking some cash. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, okay. All right. Fun times at the OK Corral. What can I say? Where else are we at right now? Matterport, 1365. Come on, Matterport. 23andMe, 881, still holding on to a bit of a gain. And what else have we got here? We got Vector up 42 cents to 1089. Right on. Very good. Hey, Mr. T, thank you for this. There was once an anonymous spammer touched less by humans than MC Hammer. he still isn't funny. He's still losing money. And please, can you fix your poor grammar? Thank you. That's cool stuff. I love it. Oh, beautiful. Oh man, I hear commotion. I hear footsteps.
Did you think I forgot about you?
I hear Auntie Jen's footsteps. Here she is. How you doing, Auntie Jen?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, we're hanging in there. Got a troll who's jumping around on us a little bit, but nothing we can't handle.
Sitting in there listening to the radio, and then he said what time it was, and I'm like, what?
What? Whoa.
Oops.
I've been in bed all day.
I was a half hour late. I thought it was the 6:30 news I was listening to, and it was the 7 o'clock news I was listening to.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No, not again. Oh yes, Miss Jen. How about them Steelers, Jen? Says DQ. How about them Steelers?
How about them Steelers?
Undefeated in the pre-market,
No.
season. You haven't lost a game yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You won all three.
I was thinking the first game we lost to Dallas, but no, we didn't.
You lost to Dallas.
Dallas?
You lost to Dallas. Dallas.
What am I thinking?
Damn Cowboys? No.
No.
Oh no, we're not losing to those.
Oh no, not again.
Not again.
But it's all good.
It's all good. Ben looked good. Apparently, he seemed to put up some good numbers. And
Real stuff starts
it's coming.
next week.
It's like next week. Yeah, it's
No.
coming. It's gonna happen.
Is it for one more week?
Aaron says Steelers are up in the pre-market. Unbeaten. Yes, they are.
That's right.
Yeah.
But they're having fist fights in the stadium.
That's right.
Did they see that?
That's true.
Which
There's
happens in no other stadium.
no other stadium do they have fist
never.
fights between fans. Coyote says, Uncle Bruce, we got the signed sound amplifier from you and Jen. Thank you so
good.
much. We love it.
Okay,
I'm glad to hear it arrived.
Yeah.
We've been getting him out. Right on.
Mine's out on the deck, blasting tunes.
That's right. We definitely are.
Stays out there all
Boy,
the
a
time.
lot of these have gone all over the world. These cell phone amplifiers,
I know,
they've just
right?
gone everywhere. If y'all want one of those, send us $60 American dollars on
Where'd that
PayPal,
come from
y'all, and send us an address where we can send it to y'all.
How are
we'll autograph
the
it.
people in the Northeast?
Yeah,
You got people
you know,
swimming this morning?
I don't know. I have not heard from anybody in the Northeast that I'm aware of. Are any of you guys out there in Connecticut,
Jersey,
New
yeah,
Hampshire,
Connecticut got hit.
Maine, Massachusetts, Vermont? How you guys doing up there?
Yeah.
How is the Connecticut? How is the rain situation? How you doing? Let us know.
We're hearing some
we're watching.
people getting out of bed to ankle deep water.
Ooh,
Going, oh,
oops,
maybe
that's
I should
not
just
good.
lay back in bed.
Maybe we should just stay in bed. Yeah, not go up. I don't know. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let us know how you're doing. We're
The
doing
joys
okay
of
here.
flooding.
Yeah. You guys have too much. We have too little.
Yes, the one of the articles on the news this morning was, of course, because we haven't had the rain that we normally have. The farmers don't have the hay, and so they're having to cull their herds. Well, this happened to us a couple of years back.
Yes, it did.
And the farmers from Alberta brought over flatbeds of hay.
To the east.
But
Yeah.
we are in a drought like west of the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
So they don't have extra. They don't have a square to spare. Yes.
Not a square.
So
spare.
they're going to have to cull the herd and
Higher beef prices later.
higher beef prices because there's supply and demand.
Yeah, there'll be less supply later. Yeah.
But for now, there's going to be lots of supply because the older cows are
Yeah.
being moved to the stockyard.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Yep.
Mm.
So get out there and enjoy that steak.
Enjoy it now, or freeze it for later. Freeze it for later.
Not for a couple of years though.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's Monday.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. So is it the classic?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely. I can't remember if we have a bagel in the fridge or we had to take them out of the freezer this morning.
I think we have one sitting there.
Yeah.
One lonely bagel
lone last
in the
bagel.
fridge.
That's gonna
going,
be.
was it something I said to be put
it
at
was
the bottom of the bag?
Definitely something you said. Yes.
Did I look at the person wrong?
Maybe.
Maybe.
But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the old grape jelly.
I'll go
bagel
work
today.
on that.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you
So
so much. You gotta love it. It's
look at the low cloud on the mountain.
Oh, good. Uncle Bruce, how about writing a put on Matterport expiring September 17th, September, strike $15, $1.80 premium. I would be buying a stock at $13.20. That's true. You would be buying at $13.20. It's right now $13.62. Take a look at the premium, see if you can get a little more than $1.80, maybe $1.90 or $2. Offer it. You're selling it, so offer it at a higher price and see if you can get the best premium you can. Definitely. There's definitely not a Pittsburgh police jail cell at Heinz Field. No issues there. Did you see the video from the football game in France the other day? That was a crazy scenes of fans fighting with players, and oh my gosh, it's insanity. Just rain here in Connecticut. Jersey here, just depressing. Seems like it rains every freaking day here. More on the way today. Every day in July. I bet y'all Ampflyer will arrive this next week, but I think it could be this week. Right on. It's coming. Flesh infection. It was rain, and no rain issues. Hi, Bruce. If you have a contract that expires on a certain date that goes into money, can it be exercised before expiry? That is what I meant earlier. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. If you have a contract that expires this Friday or next Friday or the Friday after, it can be exercised at any time. If it's in the money, anytime. But usually towards the end is when they do get exercised. Usually towards the end. But you can buy your contract back anytime to end the deal. So there you go. All right. Catch you later, gang. Bi-weekly big shop calls. Okie doke. Let's see. I swear there's been a handful of dry days, although I'm next to a lake. Can't spare square. Haven't got a spare to square. Western Massachusetts here. Steady rain, not much wind, little or no damage. Very good. Let's see. Bagel. Bruce, you really need to put money on the screen. You need to go that the troll spends per week, making you rich, good or a lot. I just don't have time to bother with this guy. I don't know. See if you can call Tony the Mimbo to square a spare. The Mimbo. Oh, the hurricane was nothing. That's what Bruce was talking about. Yeah, stiff rain for a bit, then nothing. Very good. I live in Oklahoma, so we don't have beef problems. If I want a steak, I go south a little bit and pick me out a cow for them to butcher. There you go. DQ. Yes, if you're along a contract, the buyer, you can call your broker, ask to exercise early. If you're short a contract, you can get exercised early. I'm not sure if you can on your demand. Okay, no, I'm looking at our Royal Caribbean put for $100 for January 23, about a $3 premium. There you go. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. So if the shares go to 70 from 80, those contracts are worth 30. So you go from 23 to 30 book value right there, plus a buck or two. You'll probably still be trading at 31, 32. Dollar for dollar to you. Exactly. That's where if you can afford that, that's the way I'd go. Yes. All right. Let's see here. You made him work on the house all weekend. Good morning, Auntie Jen. Rob, I'm from Massachusetts, now in Florida. Just aggressive humidity here. Oppressive here. Okay. CYXT has had a small, big jump. CYXT up 7 cents. Yes, it did. It went from $7.99 to $8.10 in like 2 minutes. We call that a zit move. Lovely. $8.10 up 7 cents. Go Sextera. Go Sextera. Please go. Okay. Let's see. It's been real quiet since my poem earlier. Rudy, new member. Hi, Rudy. How you doing? Welcome to the gang and joining us. Nice to have you here. And just like that, ME is back to, you know what, 870 unchanged, down a penny. Vector up 41 to 1088. Matterport still down 37 cents to 1356. ATIP down a half a penny. We got we're down 6 cents on ATIP. GameStop still up $3. SoFi up 28 cents to 1432. There you are. I had a toasted multigrain bagel with a cranberry, walnut, and honey cream cheese and schmear. So good. Oh, I guess, Auntie, that's got to be so good. July this summer, bring a raincoat. Oh, no, New Hampshire. It's wet in New Hampshire. It's been wet all summer there. $13.50 on Matterport. 23andMe, 863 down 8 cents. Vector up 41. Spire down 55. Go figure. Sextera now 810 up 7 cents. Sextera volume 35,000. Nothing on the volume on Sextera. IBM up 20 cents again. Dow up 239. The Dow is up 239. S&P up 35 and NASDAQ up 162. Very good. Very good. Wow. Does anyone know what the support level for ME is? Is it $8? Thanks to at DQ. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know where it is. It's just driving us crazy from time to time. What can I say? Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I don't know. Anyway, Rudy, thanks for becoming a member. This is great. Love having you, man. Fantastic. Yes, indeed. What's up with this MTTR? What's up with Matterport anyway? What's the deal here, man? What's going on, man? Mr. T, might be my fault. The troll has given up. Sorry, Bruce. Here's some compensation for lost membership fees. They're talking to Richard Branson on the air here. They're talking to him about this deal with NextGen. They're going to talk about how great it's going to be and fantastic. There he is. He's talking. Richard Branson on CNBC right now. There you go. Have a good day, peeps. Back to adulting, says Ashley. SoFi with the whiplash chart, can't decide whether it should go up or down. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be shorting it. I'd be looking going long here. Yeah, if you can write $15 puts on SoFi, yeah, go out a ways and write 15s. Yes, absolutely, a good move right there. Definitely. You can write Matterport puts. Write Matterport's $15 puts, 1250s. That'd be an idea. Yep. ME 23andMe. You can write 750 puts on those. That if you get enough of a premium on those. I'd look at that. Yeah, sure. Potential here. Potential. Anyway, there you go, guys. Thank you all for popping in. 162.32 up $3 on GameStop. Let's see here. Are $15 puts more profitable than $15 calls for SoFi? You'll if you're writing $15 puts, you'll generate. Thank you, man. If you're writing $15 puts on SoFi, you've got some premiums that you could earn if the shares go above 15. So,
just in case you need to wear them longer.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, my bagels are in. Let me take a look at my bagels here. Here we go. Here we go right there. Here we are, everybody. You got to love that. The bagels are in, baby. Yeah.
Sure, it looks better.
I'm sure it looks a lot better. It's not creeping anybody out. No. Children are safe. It's not a problem.
Dogs are crying, cats are hiding.
That's right. Dogs are crying. Cats are hiding. Oh, my. The bagel is in. Oh, Lordy, look at that. The grape jelly bagel. Oh, toasted up. The sesame seeds are crunchy. They've got that toasted flavor. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, lovely. I think Bruce just runs this channel to entertain Jen. Audience of one. So good. Lovely. Matterport 1354. A little better. A little. Oh my. Down now up 247. That's a good day today. It's a good day. Go 6-0. I agree. Oh boy. Lovely. Rudy, hi Uncle B. I am massively down on ATIP and SoFi. I'm holding ATIP February 18, 2022 calls at 7, 10, and 12.50. Deeply in the red. Are we going to be left holding bags with all this negative publicity on ATIP? Well, I'm not sure about the stock staying around these levels for long. I have a good vibe that knowing that the company is let's say the owners of the company are very busy right now to replace the CEO that they dumped 2 weekends ago. I think the company is about to announce the new CEO, and they may be announcing additional management, public market experience management. That kind of an announcement right there will likely spur some investing in this stock, some buying of this stock. Let's say to the $5-6 level would be the first stage. Now, is that in the next couple of weeks, month or so? Could well be. That could be. No guarantee, but it could be. Now, from there, we want to hear how the company is managing in its latest quarter, updates on hiring, updates on any deals that they might be negotiating, takeovers, because that continues. That will not stop. They will continue to open new centers. They might take on other centers. And through the rest of this year, through the fall into the winter, the shares could be moving higher into that $8-10 level again, based on a lot of activity corporately. Now, that will bail you out of your 7s, will bail you out or get you close on your 10s. I don't know about the 1250s, but you're certainly going to be looking a lot better on the stock and on those contracts. SoFi, you're looking for corporate developments to keep rolling along. The company is growing leaps and bounds. I think the shares of SoFi will reach 2025 before the year is out. Personally, that's my guess. And that should make every single viewer on this channel money. Every single one of you, because never has this been over 24 since I've been recommending that I know of. In any event, I'm optimistic. And so just stick around. Watch, get ready, enjoy the run. That's my guess. Okay. What else? Where am I? Okay. Stonks 3D store. Thank you for becoming a new member. Nice to have you, Stonks. Thank you for joining in. And just a reminder, you didn't finish answering the SoFi puts versus call question. All I'm saying is, I think you can make money writing puts on the stock. If you go out long enough, you'll do very well. So if you're going to write $15 puts, $17.50 puts for October, November, December, January, like the further out the better, you'll do well. All the premium you'll collect, I think. Buying the calls, if you're going to buy call contracts, 15s, you're going to pay such a premium that you're going to need a major move on the stock. You might be better off buying $12.50 calls or $10 calls on SoFi if you're going to go long calls. I hope that answered your question. Hi, Uncle Bruce. I just entered instructions to write September 10, 165 GameStop covered calls for 15 and 170s for 1360. Let's see if they catch. Right on, buddy. Right on. Stock's 163.18. Let's see if you catch these prices. That would be a good move. That would be pretty cool. Let's see what happens. Stock's moving up a little bit right now. It was down into this 160. Well, I'm not sure. It was off a little bit here at 162.30. Now 163.18. So, half a dollar from here, you could be taken out. That's good stuff. You began eating, says Damn It Jim. You didn't answer the question. You began to eat. Well, I've done it now. Intel wins a Defense Department contract. Not a surprise. They're not going to give the contract to a non-American company. The Bruce is loose. Let's see. Vernon, thank you. Sold 4 GameStop contracts. September 10, strike 170 for 13 a share. Brought in 6,500 Canadian bucks. Way to go, man. Way to go. Now you're talking. Just sit there and watch it happen. Well, that's worthy of a bite of a bagel. Thanks, Uncle B. By the way, lawyers have been reaching out to me. Yeah. Stay away from those guys. Stay away. Uncle B, I'll mind my calls. You mind your puts. Okay. Stonks. Check stonks3d.com for 3D printed art about stonks, memes, and more. There's a promotion. There's a plug. How about that? It's all relative. It may or may not be a good move. Maybe the stock goes down on the earnings. Maybe they go up. Maybe they don't change at all. Who knows? What we do know is that time will shrink. That's one thing. The time is going to shrink these contracts. $14.28 on SoFi. $13.53 on Matterport. Sixtera, $8.09. Vector, Rocket Lab, $10.90, up 43. Okay. Robinhood up 89 cents. Hanging on. Dow up 245. GameStop 163.25. Go, baby, go. Here we go. Somebody asked about ME. Showing close to oversold. Wait it out. See if there's a new low. 857 on 23andMe. Oh my. Well, Dow holding up 240. The FDA approves Pfizer's COVID-19 shot, making the first vaccine to receive full approval in the USA. There you go. China to allow couples to legally have a third child amid demographic crisis. Wow. Oh my. Robinhood hanging on to a 92-cent gain. SoFi up 23 to 14.28. GameStop up 3.96. 163.26. Oh, this bagel's so good. AMC up 184. Doing good. Oh, that bagel. Wow. Fabulous. Matterport 1353 down 40. ME 861 down a dime. Vector at 1086 up 39 cents. Xterra holding a gain of 6 cents, 809. IBM up 29 to 139.40. The Dow up 237 now. That's what we've got, kids. That's where we're at here. Let's check out some other news. Looking at headlines on Wall Street Journal talking about the mess in Kabul, unfortunately. U.S. home sales rise amid higher inventory. Target is going to add more Disney shops to stores. Disney announced about 2 weeks ago they're leaving Canada. They're shutting them all down. Yeah, they have done that before. Or at least they went down from what they once had to maybe one-tenth, and then they opened some more up again. They seem to have struck some kind of a licensing deal with somebody. Then that fell apart. Now they're out again. So it's kind of tough when you can't get the kids to the park. You can only get at the kids through the computer screen or the TV screen. You're trying to get them to buy merchandise. Disney's better off making a deal with Target in the US, having Disney stores inside Target. There are no Targets in Canada. Target came to Canada, tried it with, I think, Zeller's stores. They took out the Zeller's stores, converted them all, or 80 of them, or whatever the number was. Unmitigated disaster. Didn't know what they were doing up here. Totally got their butts handed to them by Canadian retailers who out-hustled them. They gave up and walked away with a $5 billion wound, and learned their lesson. Don't mess with Canadians. hire Canadian retailers to do your brand rather than yourself. Didn't get it.
No, we all went thinking it was going to be Target, and it wasn't Target.
We all went to these new Targets. There were in Calgary. There were several of them. We went to these new Target stores and walked around and went, "This is like Zellers.
This isn't Target.
This ain't Target. This ain't no Target here." We were really disappointed, and within a year they were shutting them down. Unbelievable. So much fanfare. They had much fanfare, and it just was a disaster. 136.34 on AMC, up 193. It's going higher.
We were like a bunch of yokels. We all went to see the escalator where your cart came up the escalator beside you.
We all wanted to see the carts go up the escalator, just like in Target stores in the U.S.
We're like the yokels in New York going, golly,
look at this newfangled technology. You can take this cart up the escalator with you. Gosh darn. Yeah. Unbelievable. And the problem with those carts were that when they shut down their stores, they couldn't sell the carts to anybody else because the carts were made exclusively for this moving escalator. They had to literally figure out a way to, was it financially feasible to take the escalators out of the stores with the carts and move them somewhere where they'd be utilized by someone. And there was no Canadian retailer that wanted them. Now it meant, could you theoretically take them to the USA? No takers. I think they ended up in the dump. A huge hundreds of millions of dollars in losses for all those escalators. I don't know how that deal went apart, but oh, what a mess.
We all went, but our carts were empty going up and down.
What was that?
I say we all went to see them, but our carts were empty.
Oh yeah, we would.
Down.
That's right. I mean, the carts are going up and down with nothing in them because Canadians were not impressed. We're not impressed. Yeah. That was a good goofy voice there, Uncle Bruce. I do what I can, baby. I do what I can. Oh, my. I don't know. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it is what it is. It be what it be. And there you have it, my friends. Welcome to the Jamboree. We're up 239 on the Dow. And we got Robinhood up 79 cents. SoFi up 26 cents. GameStop up 414 to 163.44. That's moving up a little bit. Those calls might go out. Beach Boy, you might get them out. AMC up 225 to 36.66, going a little higher. Matterport 13.51. News today that I covered earlier this morning. Bitcoin hit $50,000 for the first time since early May. The U.S. is recording 1,000 deaths a day from the COVID virus, the first time in 5 months, the highest in 5 months. That's ugly. 5 brokerage firms, from what I can tell you, came out with reports, buy recommendation or target pricing for Robinhood, all within an hour this morning of each other. It's incredible. The coincidence was unprecedented coincidence. Deutsche Bank came out, KeyBank Capital came out, Mitsu came out, JP Morgan came out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 of them anyway. All came out with recommendations. There was a 5th one. I forgot to written it down. No collusion there. There's no nothing going on. No hanky panky. This is just pure coincidence that on a Monday morning, within an hour, 5 different brokerage houses would make a recommendation on Robinhood. It was pure. It's like winning the lottery. It was like a lottery. It was incredible. The stock's up 81 cents in reaction to that. Wow. Rocket Lab, RKLB will be, that symbol will be used, I think, starting tomorrow or the day after. And right now, VACQ, which is Rocket Lab, up 44 cents to 10.91. Volume 513,000 shares. The merger took place on Friday. It's all done. And Virgin Orbit, Richard Branson's Virgin Orbit company, is going to take over a SPAC called Next Gen Acquisitions. And there's $320 million in trust from the SPAC underwriting at Next Gen Acquisitions. And then there's $100 million of PIPE financing been arranged to theoretically put $420 million into Virgin Orbit's treasury. But the trick of it is it's going to take until the end of the year for the deal to be finalized, because it takes that long to close these deals. And we don't know how many of the shares of the $320 million of stock, how many of those shares are going to be sent back to the company, redeemed back at $10, and people get out of the deal. If this SPAC does not perform well, then a whole bunch of those shares will be redeemed back into the treasury at $10 each, and that is bad news for the deal. And what turned me off on the deal, I'm not a fan of this deal. What's turning me off on this deal is that the PIPE financing from Wall Street is only $100 million. It's not even a third of the money they've raised already at $10 a share. Without $300 million to $500 million additional money at $10 a share coming in, that's telling me that this deal is a wait and see. And it might just be that this SPAC stock will trade under $10 a share between now and the end of the year, and even after the merger. And that could mean who knows how many millions of shares will be sent back for $10 each, where the people don't want them. And that will reduce their financing from 420 million total to 350 or 300. Not good. That's not good enough for me. So I need to see more. You can buy these cards now at Harbor Freight, Bruce. What color is my badge? Having a discussion with my wife over here. Marcus is asking. Indigo, says False. Thanks, Joe Biden. At least Trump had that stuff on the decline. Okay. Dana, do you know or have you discussed the GlaxoSmithKline partnership with 23andMe? It happened late in July. Seems very promising. I've mentioned it a few times. The 23andMe partnership with GlaxoSmithKline is a pretty good one. It covers, I believe, up to at least 40 different potential medications that SmithKline is working on right now. And 23andMe is collaborating with the company with genetic results. If it works out, any one of those 40, any one of the 40 medications becomes a usable medication, 23andMe gets a royalty on any of the drugs that's GlaxoSmithKline produces. Forever. That's right. As Jan was saying, the royalty is forever. I read an article the other day saying that just one could be worth more to 23andMe than the entire company is worth right now. So, yeah, you're looking at a double or a triple on the stock right away if any drug they have is working out, and there are 40 in the pipeline. Hang on to your hats. Let's see what's going on. Yippee-ki-yay says, this sounds like the Topps SPAC deal. Yeah, that was underwhelming as well. I avoided that deal too. I wasn't excited about it. Hey, all, any chance we can get Uncle Bruce to 500 thumbs ups today? I don't know. What do we got? 374 thumbs ups are here right now. Right now at 374. We're only 126 away from 500 thumbs ups. I sure hope that this is possible. If there's a way some of you out there can hit that thumbs up button for me and run this puppy. I see now we have 386 right now. So we're only 14 away, well, 388, 12 away from 400. That's 112 from 500. I mean, we are well within our opportunity of doing this. 396 now. I mean, only 4 away from 400. I mean, come on. There, 398. I mean, 398. Jen's sneezing in excitement. Twice she's sneezing in excitement. 398. Here comes the 400 thumbs up. There it is, 402. Now only 98 away. 98 thumbs ups away from 500 thumbs ups on this channel from you lovely people. Thank you so much for those of you helping out. I appreciate it. Pharmalus, I just don't like Virgin Orbit's business model. They can't compete in tonnage with SpaceX, Rocket Lab, Astra, ULA, or Boeing. There you have it. Thanks. All I'm hearing, buy more ME. That's all I'm hearing. Beach Boy, hi, Uncle B. I updated both instructions and wrote September 10th, 165s for 1450 and 170s for 1270. What do you think about that? Well, you're in there to win. That's the name of the game, my friend. You were in to win, and it's been done. And now you sit back and let the time eat up the value of these contracts and also watch the swing of the stock. So by tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, if the shares want to dip to 156, 58, and 3-4 days have gone by, these contracts could drop by half right away. Keep an eye on that. Yes, sir. I like it. France, I bought 1,000 contracts expiring December 2022. Premium of 1 cent, break even $20. How am I looking now? How am I doing? Oh, this is awesome stuff. Virgin Orbits has Boeing behind him. Okay. Jen is allergic to thumbs. Webull has Robinhood as an average price target at 64, with a high being 84. Oh my. Bless you, says Yippee-ki-yay. What's with the Zach Research Institute giving MTTR a neutral rating? I don't know. No idea. Flammers, if Virgin has Boeing behind them, I definitely wouldn't put any faith in these guys. Boeing has a blood-sucking parasite that has Boeing acquisition all over it. Then, oh my gosh, yikes! We're looking at now. Let's see here. SoFi up 24 cents to 14.28. We got GameStop at 163.44 up 4.14. ATIP down 2 cents. AMC up $2.50. Matterport at 13.47 down 46. 23andMe at down 19 cents to 18.52. Fifth Wall down 4. Vector Acquisition, that's Rocket Lab, up 45 cents to 10.92 today. Spire down 55 cents to 8.50, and Sextera down a penny now to 8.02. They're getting us. They're really driving us nuts today. IBM up 59 to 139.70. The Dow up 245 now. Microsoft down 15 cents after a big week last week. Apple up $1.36. Tesla up $25 to $7.05. Bed Bath & Beyond up a dime. BlackBerry up 43 cents. Royal Caribbean up 87 cents only now, 79.08. It's under 80 now. Norwegian up 67 cents. Carnival up 54. They're backing off as well now. Amazon up $53 a share to $32.53. Facebook up $4.93. We're surging. Google, Alphabet up $62 a share. This is explaining why the Nasdaq is up 185 points here. Target up 85 cents. JP Morgan up $1.66. Costco down $1.24. Walmart down 41 cents. They had two. Those two had a good week last week. Cisco up 34 cents to 58.56. Nvidia up $8 to 216. Goldman up 660 to 402. That's a $700 stock at 402. Disney up $1.75. There you go. And Netflix at 551. It's kind of been between 500 550 now for months. DraftKings up $1.53.01. There you go, kids. Intel up $1. They won that military contract, and Micron up 61 cents right at this point in time. There you have it, guys. This is our day so far. 850 on 23andMe and 1356 on Matterport. They're both down. SoFi 1428. GameStop 163.59. This is where we are right here, right now, live, as we're following this market. That's the deal. It makes my day when Uncle Bruce reads my comment and Jen laughs at it, says DQ. There you go. AMC, baby, let's go. Rob, hey, Uncle B, I bought a 150 December call for Apple for 730. Currently at 860, so I'm up. Should I wait another little while before I sell it? Well, you've got a December contract. I like your upside ability here, your upside potential here. I think it's quite substantial. You're up $1.34 today. This is far from done. I would not be surprised if in the next month or so you're at 160 a share, and you got yourself a $10 book value contract with at least $5 premium. You'll be at $15 a contract. So you got some upside coming your way. I like it. I like the Apple trade. Beautiful. How far out should someone look to buy call options in the ATIP in your point of view? If anyone's going to buy ATIP, or if you're going to buy them, you want to look at buying 250s. You want to get them in the money. And I would be looking at getting in the monies for at least to the end of the year if you can. November's, December's, and if you can go beyond that, even better. So that's what I'd be doing. The Pentagon activated the Civil Air flee to assist in Afghanistan. Any expectation this will impact airline stocks? No. Won't have an effect on airline stocks. The fleet, yeah. They're doing the thing with the fleet. Won't affect the stocks at all. They will utilize, the airlines, they will utilize their oldest planes. They will utilize their oldest aircraft to do this. They're probably also already chartering planes from like Atlas and a few other outfits. You remember when, was it last year, at the beginning of the pandemic, when the Diamond Princess cruise ship in Tokyo had all those cases on board, and then the United States decided that they would fly home the Americans, get them off that ship and fly them home on a charter flight. They brought in these Atlas 747s that are usually cargo planes. But what they did was they added into the cargo section these portable seats that snap in. And they put in a trailer unit that housed, that was sort of a contained sick bay in there. And then they put in some porta potty type bathrooms. I'm imagining they might even be doing that right now. As far as the airlines go, if I were American or Delta or United, I would be offering up however many planes I have to. If they said, we need 5 of them, I would then have them send over 5 of the oldest airplanes I've got. So the old 727s, the MD-90s, the 767s, the older, because the planes only have to fly from Kabul to Qatar. I think it's a 2 or 3 hour flight, if I recall. Now they got to get the plane over there. So these planes are being gathered up from probably the US, the Caribbean, and they're probably arranging flights from, say, they'll gather them up in the Northeast, and then they'll fly them to Iceland and fuel them up. If the shorter ones, the older, smaller ones, they'll fuel them up in Iceland, then fly them into the UK, and then fly them down to maybe Istanbul, and then fly them into Kabul, something like that. They'll work it out. But when they get there, when they get to Kabul, there is likely no fuel there that they can refuel with. So when they land, they'll land with, say, 3/4 of a tank of gas, something like that, and then they'll have enough fuel to fly to Qatar. They'll refuel up at Qatar, fully fuel up, and then land in Kabul with, again, 3/4 of a tank, and then load up and back and forth they go. That's probably the plan. If there is a plan, that's the whole plan right there. That's the whole plan. Okay. One thing hit about bottom is that you can only go up. That's true. You can only go up from here when you hit the bottom. I agree. GameStop 163. It's backing off. GameStop backing up a little bit. Interestingly, those folks who wrote calls, watch that. 162.79. We're backing off on GameStop. That's what's going to happen. It's going to fluctuate, of course. Robert, I really like Spire Global, how they have their infrastructure in place, and now are working on the other side of their business. Right on. Hey, Dana. Hey, Kayla. Yippee-ki-yay. Hey, they said 8,000 flights made over the weekend, approximately 17,000 evacuated. Lots coming to the U.S. bases in the European Union as well. I'm sure they are flying from Qatar up to Europe, and then from there over. Yeah, I'm sure they are. They said they're taking 18 something. Okay. It'll be interesting to see how many they can get out of there and how fast and how aggressive they're going to get on this. But yeah, they've got to set up this system. You see, the thing too is some of the planes won't go to Kabul. They'll only go to Qatar. So they'll have planes going Kabul, Qatar, then Qatar to Ramstein Air Force Base in Germany, maybe, or to Italy somewhere. Again, bases that the U.S. Air Force runs. And then from there, they will coordinate flights to the U.S. Again, with U.S. airliners, they might be doing that. So there might be 50 planes sequestered here, 50 or 100. They may have 25 or 50 flying the Atlantic Europe run, 25 from Qatar to Europe, and 25 Qatar to Kabul. 25, 50, that kind of thing. That could be going on as well. Yeah. They are using American, Atlas, Delta, United, Omni, and Hawaiian Air. 3 from each airline, not flying into Kabul. There we go. Okay. So the U.S. military will move the planes in and out of Kabul only, and then from there, yeah. Okay, I got it. Here we go. One of my colleagues' father is trapped in Kabul. Not a good situation. Not in any way a good situation. I totally get that. Very frustrating. GameStop 162.75. We've got AMC up 211. We have Matterport down only 26 cents now at 13.67. We're moving up a bit. Still down to 8.38 on 23andMe though. Still 8.35, 8.38. ATIP 386 down 2 cents. SoFi 14.24 up 20 right now. That's where we're at. Let's see. Here we go. Kayla. Yes, Robert. So horrific. I know some as well. I know he was able to get out safely. Joe, hey, Bruce, in general, has the original plan to roll January calls out further sometime next month changed, given the slow start to the SPAC? No, has not. We're going to wait. Not doing anything yet. We'll wait for a little while yet before we do anything. Let's see. High NTPC from Kayla. Yippee. I bet in-flight meal is awful. I don't think people care. I don't think they care. Nick, I wrote a SoFi put at a 12.5 strike for January. Surely I can't get stung on that. I mean, look, you wrote a 12.50 put. You got a premium, and if you got exercised, you would be buying at what, 11 something, 10 something. Nice going. That's a good one. That's a good move. That's a really good move. Congrats. 162.82 on GameStop. We're down from the high of 164.33 now on the morning. That's where we're at right now. Cruise stocks are rallying after FDA approval of Pfizer. That's a headline. Let's take a look here.
Pfizer is the first COVID vaccine to gain full FDA approval.
That's what we were noticing. I'm not seeing a recovery yet on Royal Caribbean. Still down 99 cents. NCL a little better. Carnival wishy-washy. They're higher on the day. They're higher, but they're down from the highs. And this is now an hour or two old. This news. This is not brand new news. So they're not at new highs. They're actually at lower highs at the moment. Okay. All right. There you go. Well, let's just see what happens here with that. Okay, back to the market. The Dow up 286. Very good day here. S&P up 41, and Nasdaq up 182 points. The Nasdaq is up 1.2% today for the index. It's a very good day. S&P is up 0.94, and the Dow is up 0.81 of a percentage point. So they're all three higher, but Nasdaq is leading the way, especially the FANG stocks. Some of the FANGs are doing well, like Amazon and Google right now are really doing well. I've noticed here, for example, even Tesla up $22, but we got a $51 gain on Amazon, a $61 gain on Alphabet today. Those two are really doing well. So very good. Very, very, a lot of money in that market. Lots of money in the economy. And the Fed to keep pumping roughly $1 trillion of liquidity into markets during tampering. JP Morgan says $1 trillion will be pumped into the economy by the Fed this year, according to JP Morgan. They will not stop flooding this market with money. That is, I'm telling you folks, the reason why the Dow is higher, S&P is higher, Nasdaq is higher, interest rates are lower. This is exactly what's going on. Now, oil's up 365 to 65.79. It did have a big drop in the last 2 weeks, but this isn't going to last long. Oil will not last long. I don't think so. Just saying. Just saying. Interesting stuff. 14.24 on SoFi. GameStop 162.95. ATIP down a couple of pennies. AMC up 221. Matterport at 13.68, down a quarter. It's better. 23andMe still at 8.47 a share. Okay, there you go. Oh, SoFi makes me cry sometimes. What are you gonna do? We're down 7 on Fifth Wall. We're up 57 cents to 11.04 on Vector Acquisition. Rocket Lab now 11.04 Looking good on 578,000 shares. I like the look of this Rocket Lab. Aspire still down 63 cents, unfortunately. Cyxtera back up a penny, 804. It hasn't had much of a range, 7.99 to 8.10. It's shifted 11 cents. That's it. 41,000 shares traded on Cyxtera. We're talking quiet here. We're talking real quiet. IBM up 67 cents to 139.78. Vanek Vectors 361 down, up $5. Nice. $10 away from the all-time high. Very nice. Very nice. Microsoft now up 8 cents. Apple up $1.43. It's going higher. Tesla up 22. Bed Bath & Beyond is up 6 cents. BlackBerry up 45. Rock and roll. I like the look of this. Okay. All right. Kayla Carnival, that was Carnival Vista cruise ship. Ended up with 27 people testing positive on a cruise to Belize. They were all vaccinated. The Belize government released the information on August 13. Yeah, this is about 3 weeks old or 2 weeks old. It's a little older information. The ship quarantined the folks, continued on its journey, and got everybody home. I was green on CYXT and MTR a week or two ago. Now I'm 10% down on MT Matterport and 16% down on CYXT. Just goes to show that things can change quickly if you can't average down. If not, just hang on. That's right, Aaron. Because a week from now you could be up 40%. I mean, the way these stocks are going, these are low prices. These stocks, they're not overpriced here. 162.64 on GameStop, backing off a little bit here from the high today. 164.33. Very interesting. What can I say? Kayla Robert says, Kayla, his father's okay, but the insecurity, the situation brings his heart on the family. Larry, hi everyone. Did I miss anything? I just got back from a dentist appointment. I'm going to eat some soup with a numb mouth. This isn't going to end well. It's going to be fun, Larry. Videotape it and post it on the internet. You'll be a sensation. Aaron, I just have no more dry powder, so I'm stuck with what I have now, heavy on SoFi and GameStop. You just hang in there, Aaron. Just sit tight and wait for this thing to come along. That's what's going to happen here. 280 on the Dow, up 281 points, up 43 on the S&P, and up 187 on Nasdaq. Wow, very interesting run here today. Okay, generally, more green than red. I'm a happy guy to say. Just kind of like to see Matterport and 23andMe pick up a little bit here. Numb mouth soup, says Goyoti. Yep, Larry, I rang the bells for you at the opening. He's laughing. Larry, did they remove the crud from your teeth? Did they get the crud out from inside all those teeth over there, buddy? Some folks don't forget the one-liners, don't they? They just don't forget them. What can I say, Larry?
Classics.
They're classics. There's a classic. What can I say? Fantastic, buddy. Fantastic. Awesome sauce, man. Awesome sauce. Folks, make sure to join me later today at 3 o'clock. For this channel's second live show. I'll be on for the last hour of the day. Also, join me tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern on Traveling with Bruce, if you're a member of that channel, and at 8 o'clock for the big show on Traveling with Bruce. All of you are welcome. I'm going to talk about cruise ships and traveling at 8 o'clock Eastern tonight on TWB. So we're looking forward to that. And you get a chance, check out my lessons. I've got the classes up now on the website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. All 10 lessons are up now. You can watch any one you want. You don't have to watch them all. You don't have to pay for them all either. You don't have to buy the one you want to watch and enjoy it. Check out how to write options. Learn aggressive option writing techniques, how to write covered calls, how to write puts, how to do some spreads. We got all kinds of stuff in there, and it's well worth your time and money to check it out. You can make some money here. I kind of look forward to that. I look forward to seeing you this afternoon at 3 o'clock so that you can fill me in on how you're doing today. Keep an eye on our GameStop and SoFi and all the other shares. I'm going to say my goodbyes for now, and I'll catch up with you this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern time. We'll have fun then, and in the meantime, make a bunch of dough. Yeah, baby, keep these markets going higher, and we'll catch you today at 3 o'clock. This is Bruce and Auntie Jen from Creston saying bye for now. We'll catch you soon, and we'll see you later.